country. It's like a town within a province or region.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah. Shake it, but keep pointing out all the lies. Putting the scripture right in your eye. The Bible guy. He reads Hebrew and Greek and shows you that your book's not unique. The Bible guy. He turns through the pages until every Christian rages. The Bible guy. Watch one time and you're hooked. Now let's watch why the Christians get cooked. The Bible guy.
Howdy, folks. Bible Guy here, coming at you live from Northeast Texas. How we all doing today? Everyone, make sure you tap that screen. Share the live with those you love, with those you hate, with your friends and with your enemies. Let's get the word out there so we can have some interesting conversations about the Bible is bullshit, Christianity is false, Jesus is dead. Hopefully, we can get someone to talk about the Bible today. That'd be fantastic. For some reason, Christians don't like to talk about the Bible. But today, we're going to make them talk about the Bible. So everyone make sure you're tapping that screen like Jonathan wanted to tap King David. Tap that screen like the Romans tap them nails into Jesus. All right. We're going to bring up our first guest of the day, Liam. Liam, I'm going to ask you 3 preliminary questions, then we'll get to the conversation. Question number 1, are you at least 18 years old?
Yes.
Question number 2, what pronouns do you go by?
To describe my sex, a gender, I don't really use them, but I guess you would say I'm a he, him, if you want me to be foolish.
What a great way to start the conversation.
Liam, we've done this before.
Yeah, just ignore him.
Respectfully, I am talking to the host.
She is the host. She is host. Now, anyways, question number 3. Obviously, you're a Christian, right? Obviously.
I follow the way.
So yeah, you're a Christian. The Bible is bullshit, Christianity is false, and Jesus is dead. Which one of these 3 topics would you like to talk to us about? Disrespectful?
I'll go with Christianity is false.
All right, Christianity is false because Jesus is said to be the Christ, yet he didn't fulfill a single prophecy from the Old Testament.
He did not fulfill any prophecies of what?
About the Messiah from the Old Testament.
Well, I don't believe that to be true, but I'll jump into that. Can I ask a question?
Is it going to be about the topic at hand?
Yeah, it's going to be about, I would say Christianity is necessity because of understanding, I would say truth, wouldn't you?
So it's not about the topic.
I mean, isn't this all about a truth claim? Because if you're saying that Christianity is false, that means you're just trying to get. Hang on, you're just trying to say you're getting to the bottom.
I said Christianity is false.
Good Lord, can I finish?
No. So I said Christianity is false because Jesus claims to be the Christ, the Messiah, and yet he doesn't fulfill the prophecies about the Christ/Messiah from the Old Testament.
Doesn't it declare that Jesus Christ would fulfill the prophecy in Genesis?
What prophecy in Genesis?
I forget the book. I don't have a secondary device. I mean, I can search it up for you and give you a verse, and we can dive into it if you want.
Yeah, I got a Bible right here. You can just tell me what passage you're talking about. I can pull it up.
like I said, I'll have to go into my notes and try to grab that. I wouldn't remember right off the top of my head.
Well, if you know what the
Liam not
content is, I probably know the alleged
Liam
prophecy.
Liam not knowing their Bible was on my bingo card, in fact.
Yeah, same. So, like, just tell me the content. I probably know it already.
No, I would rather get the context myself and bring it up. If you want, I listen.
Just
You
tell
have
me
three.
what you think the prophecy is. I'll pull it
Yeah,
up on the screen.
I will. You have 3 topics right here, and you cannot debate past these 3. I understand that. That's fine.
Oh, Liam, you can't. Is the problem is that you can't.
So
debate
what I'm
this-
going to
wait,
have to do is mute.
Yeah, I'll mute you. There's the
I'm going
problem
to
here
mute,
that
and I'm going to find.
yeah,
the
you do.
path.
Yeah, you do that. I think the problem is that Liam can't debate these 3 topics. That's why he's so butt hurt that I'm debating these 3 topics. I am the Bible guy, so we do talk about the Bible. I think these 3 topics are pretty extensive. They talk about everything from Genesis to Revelation. So if your problem is that I can't debate things outside the Bible, well, I am the Bible guy. I don't know what to tell you, Liam. Maybe you should know your Bible better. As a Christian, you should know the Bible better than an atheist does. He's not hurt. He's just not aware of the exact script. No, he is hurt. What were you raised as? I was raised as a Christian.
Trisha, I don't know if you know Liam,
Or a child.
but Liam's not exactly the person you
Okay,
want to
so
defend.
there's a lot of passages in the Old Testament
Yeah,
that declare that Jesus Christ would be the Messiah.
No,
you
we
could go
Wait,
to the book.
wait,
You
wait.
could go to the book of Micah.
Oh yeah, Micah. Oh yeah, let's do that. Micah. Let's see where Jesus is mentioned in Micah.
That Jesus is declared as the Messiah in the book of Micah. What does a Messiah mean?
Really?
You
Wait.
know that?
Wait. If I type in the word Jesus in my Bible word search, am I going to find it in the book of Micah? Let's take a look. Jesus. Let's see how many times the word
I
Jesus
said
occurs.
Messiah.
Yeah, you
Did I
said
not?
Jesus is declared to be the Messiah in the book of Micah, but it doesn't look like it shows up in the book of Micah at all. The word Jesus. Nope, it does not. So that was not true. I think what you meant to say is
Are you
there's a
being disingenuous right now?
I think you misspoke. I think you meant to say that there's a prophecy that Jesus fulfills from the book of Micah, but he doesn't.
But he doesn't fulfill that prophecy?
No. Would you like to be more specific? Are you talking about Micah 5:2?
Why don't you read it for us?
Yeah, sure. This is embarrassing for you. Yeah, let me pull it up. Let's see.
Just to be clear, you just have no idea where this quote unquote prophecy is in Genesis.
Yeah, that's why he got me to do it because he didn't know where it was.
I mean,
right.
it literally declares that Christ is spoken about all throughout the Old Testament.
Oh, really?
So,
Well, let's take a look at that.
yeah.
But you, O Bethlehem Ephrathah, who are one of the little clans of Judah, from you shall come forth me one who is to rule in Israel. Keep that in mind. Rule in Israel. Whose origin is from old, from ancient days. At what point in Jesus' life did he ever rule from Israel?
Well, Jews were God's chosen people, so
Yeah, that's a completely different thing. When did Jesus
No,
when did
it's
Jesus
not.
ever when did Jesus ever rule in Israel? I remember Herod the Great ruled at one point in Israel. I remember that during the time of Jesus there wasn't actually a king in Israel. There was a procurator by the name of Pontius Pilate. He was the ruler in Israel in the 1st century CE. When did Jesus rule in Israel?
Well, I think that this is talking about people who follow the way, who follow Christ.
Wait, what?
That he can I speak? Or is that
But it's-
possible?
But it's about
Can
Wait.
I speak?
Liam.
Maybe
Liam,
maybe not.
Liam. This is
Maybe
about
maybe not.
Wow, Liam. Liam.
Muting.
Anyways, this isn't about
Good boy. Do it again.
Yeah, I'll just.
Good boy.
Anyways, this
Good
isn't
boy.
about multiple people though. It's about one person. So saying that it's about the people who follow the way, well, it's not about people. It's about a person, a singular individual, one who is to rule in Israel, not many who are to rule in Israel.
I think it also fulfills the prophecy that you have a woman who's deceived on the panel with you. That's a prophecy as well.
I get, Liam, I get it. Every time, I get it. Every time you walk into
the
a
muting,
room,
the muting, ladies and gentlemen.
Liam,
I'm not
Liam.
muting you.
That's me.
That is not me.
Liam, just to be clear,
It's
we
great.
get it.
Keep
We
doing
get
it.
it.
I've done nothing to you.
Liam,
Hey,
besides
stop
just-
yourself
Liam,
not to teach, woman.
Liam,
Be quiet.
Liam, shut up.
Oh, shut the fuck up, Liam.
Liam, we get it, Liam. Every time you walk into a room, every vagina in there absolutely dries the fuck up. And that
Trisha, in the
women don't
comment
like
section, you still want to defend him?
Yeah.
You still want to defend him, Trisha?
Yeah, we get it. You don't like women, Liam, because
Why
women
do
don't
you
like you. Anyways, Liam, you're a joke. You were incapable of defending the Bible, so you started to attack my co-host because you don't like women, because women don't like you, and you're pathetic.
Honestly, I'm just starting in my old age to take it as a compliment now that it's honestly relieving that men like him aren't attracted to me, or at least not openly attracted to me, because it's like this sign that I'm doing something fucking right.
Right? When someone like Liam is being a dick to you, you're on the right side of history. All right, hopefully we can get a guest in here who's not a child. That'd be great. What a wonderful way to start the show off. Tosca, I'm going to ask you 3 preliminary questions. Yeah, that's also right. You're too old for him, Ashlyn. You're not a child. Tosca, I'm going to ask you 3 questions. Question number 1, are you at least 18 years old?
Hi. Yes. And is it a problem if I'm not like I'm not good at English? Is it a problem?
No, it's fine. As long as you understand what I'm saying. Are you at least 18?
Yeah.
All right. What pronouns do you go by? He, she, they.
He, him.
And
It's-
are you a Christian?
Yes.
All right. I'm Dalton the Bible Guy. This is Ashlyn, my co-host. We think the Bible is bullshit. Christianity is false. Jesus is dead. Which one of these 3 topics would you like to talk to us about?
I mean, I want to talk about that there is a God. I mean, if not Jesus, then there is one. Would you say there isn't?
Let's presuppose that I believe in a God. Let's say I'm a deist. Why should I think that God is your God, Yahweh, specifically?
Why? Wait. So you say you believe there is a God, but not Jesus?
Yeah, let's pretend I'm a deist. Like, I just believe in a generic deity, like a generic God who created the world. Why should I think that your God specifically is the one that exists?
I mean, this one promises if you follow him, you'll be in heaven, and it says in heaven that you'll have undescribable joy.
So,
like, if you follow-
I promise you that as well. Do you believe that I'm God?
What?
I promise you that as well. Do you believe that I'm God?
Yeah, but like, it just like there's so many stories about him, like those.
There's stories about me too. I mean, you check our Discord. There's been prophecy written on me. I have a whole name. We have like a whole canon involved in this.
yeah. Like, you probably recognize that just someone claiming to be a God or someone claiming to give you heaven isn't the same as them actually being able to do it, right?
I mean, yeah, but you're not sure if he exists or not, and you could
Jesus-
never actually know, right?
Jesus existed. He just wasn't the Messiah or the Son of God.
Not like. Wait. Bro, I think I may be dumb. I'm not sure, bro. Can I just get one question out?
Sure, you can get another question out.
So basically, I saw someone somewhere on TikTok. Do you believe do you believe the Big Bang theory?
Yes, I accept the evidence for the Big Bang. In fact, I believe in the Big Bang because we can see it happening right now.
So yeah, and so basically, before the Big Bang, what was before the Big Bang?
We don't know.
So
and if we make the claim that we know,
oh,
any one of us in this panel, including you, that you know what happened before the Big Bang, we would just be lying because we don't know.
Yeah, so I mean, yeah, you already said. Yeah, I was trying to prove that God existed, but you already said that. Why should I believe in my God?
Yeah.
Man, sorry, I think I'm wasting your time, bro.
Well, thank you for recognizing that. Have a wonderful day, I guess.
Yeah, same.
At least he was smart enough to know. You know, W guessed. Why is everyone who debates the Bible such a-holes? You mean Christians? Yeah, it's their indoctrination. It turns them into assholes. They are very anti-woman, anti-progressive, moving forward, innovation. It's what happens when you believe in the Bible. Jordy.
Trisha, I don't know what you were hearing in that conversation because I'm going to assume you were talking about us being rude to Liam. You don't have a history with Liam. Their PFP is Charlie Kirk, so they are obviously racist. They're sexist, and like, did you not witness how they were treating me as inferior and told me that I shouldn't be able to speak? Do you think that I should be able to speak in this conversation?
Yeah, what do you think about that, Trisha? Should women be able to speak about the Bible? Everyone is arguing. Well, that is the point of a debate. You bring forth arguments.
Okay, so Liam told me that I wasn't allowed to speak on the topic of the Bible, and that is what your text says. I'm sorry that debating the topic is contentious. That's the nature of this subject. Religion, politics, all of this gets heated, but it doesn't mean that there's not respect at the end. I've had great debates with Dalton and with other friends that sound a little heated, but in the end, we know that it's an intellectual argument. Not saying that that was happening with Liam, because that's absolutely not what's happening. But it is a little perturbing to someone who may be not familiar with debate.
Yeah. Well, hopefully we can get a Christian in here who actually wants to talk about the Bible. The stream isn't showing the TikTok chat. Sorry, I just fixed that. Got you guys. Yeah. But the biggest assholes on here are the Christians. I just match energy. When we have nice Christians, I'm nice. When we have asshole Christians, I'm an asshole. It's as simple as that.
To be honest, I'm a lot more nice to women on the panel because I know that a lot of it is indoctrination with women, and with men, they have so much more to gain in this position. So a lot of times you're just, as men, worse people because of it, and they put down women. So I stand for none of that.
Someone said, I think everyone lately hates each other. Well, some of that hate is like for sure warranted. Like, I hate MAGA people, and I think that's warranted. A lot of them are just really, really bad people, and excusing all kinds of horrible shit. It's right to me to hate them. If they're, it depends if how, if they're ignorant, that's one thing. If they're just like aware of what the bad shit that their political party's up to, and still like in favor of it, yeah, then it's okay to hate them. Christianity has taught you that hate is a bad thing. You should never hate. You should love your enemy. Don't love your enemy. That's not warranted. It's not good.
Wait, did I tell you, Dalton, that my dad, he was a pretty avid Trump supporter with like, he had some reason and stuff like that, but he told me yesterday, he's like, I honestly thought you thought I was evil. I was like, no, I thought you were misguided.
Now, other people, like, for example, Mike, you remember Mike,
yeah.
Worthy of hatred because he was just a very bad person. Other people, just ignorant, and no reason to hate them. Better to just instruct. It's hard to fight Christianity because they follow a propagandist version of the Bible. Well, technically, all versions of the Bible are propaganda. Every single one of it. Some of them are evil. Most of them are just really stupid. when I think of, I don't, okay, for example, when you think of, that one fella here on TikTok who talks to his parents and they're like MAGA people. Ash?
Oh, I didn't realize you were talking to me. Yes.
Yeah. Like, where do you think his dad? Where do you think his dad lies? Stupid or bad? Or is it both?
I apologize. Repeat the question. My brain just.
His dad. Do you think his dad is like stupid or a bad person?
Mike's dad?
No. The guy on TikTok who talks to his MAGA parents.
Oh, there's several people. Sorry, my brain just completely blanked out.
Oh, I don't know his name.
Oh, okay.
Him and his sister, they talk to their parents, and his dad is like talking about how bad his kids are, how horrible his kids are because they're not MAGA. The necessary conversation.
Well, so as determinist, I think it's really difficult to call people bad because then we would have to discuss what bad means.
Non-conducive towards a goal.
Oh, well then they're bad by that nature. If that's all we mean by it, then at all points we're bad individuals, but
they're consistently bad.
Consistently bad, yeah. And that's kind of the difficulty of it is that you can hold people accountable, and I think that's really hard in determinism for people to understand, is that when individuals make these actions, we're not saying that there's not a because that doesn't graft them out of some quote unquote responsibility, but because of the harm that it equates to in reality, we need a system in order to stop that from happening. And because we all have becauses on the sometimes that we do bad things, we need to own up to it, and then we need to change from that.
I recently, the mom, big shout out to the mom, is that she recently changed her mind on ICE and now thinks that ICE needs to be abolished because of all the people they're killing. The dad still supports ICE, but the mom is opened her eyes and she's realizing how it is really bad. So, big W to having your mind changed when you have presented with
to be honest, it's not like law enforcement shouldn't be involved at all in that. It's that I think it's mostly a humanitarian issue rather than a issue with law enforcement itself, which is it's law enforcement involved in issues that, especially even domestic, issues as far as at home. We're just really, really bad at determining which one needs to be done, and I've seen this firsthand.
I think we can say though confidently, ICE just needs to be abolished altogether. Tosca,
Hey,
welcome back.
Yeah, I'm back. I wanted just to ask one more question because I'm just thinking, after you die, do you believe that there is nothing else after you die?
I don't have any evidence that there's something.
Yeah, but wouldn't you want to be something there, left, after you die? That it's not the end of this.
I also want to be a millionaire. But I'm not going to go out and start spending money frivolously like I have $1 million. What I want is different from what is.
Tosca, the idea of heaven, I don't want it.
Also that. It's kind of...
Why not?
I would never want to live forever. That sounds horrible.
But they say it brings unexplicable joy, joy you never felt before. How could you be sad there?
Well, okay, that's fine. But eventually, eventually, you're not going to be able to experience anything new. It's going to be more of the same, and eventually, you would get bored. And I would like it if I could have the option to off myself. For example, there's a show called The Good Place, and they actually do a little premise on this topic in the show, where at the end of the show, spoiler alert, everyone, the characters get into the good place, into paradise, And then they find out that, holy shit, you eventually become like a zombie because like you get everything you want, you get all this joy, but eventually you do all the things you possibly could do, and it's just more of the same, and you lose the joy of the afterlife. And so they ended up like creating a system where in the afterlife you're able to basically end your existence at any point because you would want
Like cease to
eventually.
exist.
Well,
Yes.
even if it is
Yeah.
the case that there's some magic that God can do, and that joy is extended forever, I don't know that that would be me. That would be like the promise from scientists or whatever, in your view, that there's like a pill you could take. I think we call it Paxil, or no, Lexapro. Excuse me. That's a joke for anyone on Lexapro, where like nothing bothers you, and it's like okay, but like if you're just like the zombie or a shell of the self that you were before, and then everything's joy, it like what's the point? Because there's a lot of things in life that are bad, right? Or we experience them as bad, but there are these deep intrinsic moments to what makes me me. And I'm not saying like that, you know, we have to have loss or anything for that. Like it's just this up and down of emotion that is who I am, and without that, it's kind of feels a little pointless.
Also, real quick, Trisha says, if you're in heaven, you're not a human, you're angelic. That's not biblical. The Bible never once says that humans become angels, so that's not a thing. Yeah, if you're no longer you when you go to heaven, instead you're this like thing that looks like you, but doesn't have your personality, doesn't have the ability to feel the things that I would be able to feel. It's not really even me at that point.
I never got the idea. Like it says, I remember it says when you're like going to heaven, if you make it into heaven, you don't remember the people who didn't get
See
to
that,
heaven.
that's
That's
even
so
worse.
fucked up.
That's even worse because
Yeah,
what
I mean-
makes me me, what makes the Bible guy is the not just like my physical what you see right now, but also it's the collective experiences that I have and all my
Yeah.
memories, the people that I've interacted with also make me who I am. And if you erase that, you're really erasing me, in which case it's not
Yeah.
really me that's going to heaven. It's this
Yeah, I'm not
facsimile
gonna lie.
of me.
I'm not gonna lie. It makes me it makes me wonder, but like for the sake of like my family, my parents, who they also believe in this God. Like everyone wants to go to heaven. We could all be together there. Like,
But what's
if
the
you
point of
actually-
being what's the point of being together though if you don't remember them? They'll be
How do you
strangers.
know if they? Yeah, you. How do you know if they won't make it into heaven? Like, let's say Jesus actually exists, God actually exists, and
But you just
you
said
die, you go to heaven.
you forget everyone when you go to heaven.
You forget everyone that didn't go to heaven.
Oh, what's worse? What if it turns okay, like for example, my mom goes to heaven, I'm in hell. My mom won't remember that she has a kid. I was a big part of her
Yeah,
life. A whole
yeah,
giant
it does
chunk,
make-
a whole giant chunk of her life is
Yeah, it does
suddenly
make me wonder,
gone.
but I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, it
I
does
don't
make me wonder.
I don't want to
yeah.
go I don't want to go to that heaven. That sounds horrible. I'd
Bro,
rather
I
keep my
mean-
memories in hell.
I mean, bro, if it says it will bring like joy you never felt before,
It's
how
not
would
real.
you know?
It's not real joy.
Tosca, we actually have this thing in psychology. There is a certain amount of amnesia that happens with ECT that is said to be part of a cause for helping with PTSD and certain mental disorders. So, say you have a memory that does haunt you, but it's a big piece of who you are. Would you opt to get your brain shocked to like not to remember that anymore?
I mean, no, not really, I think.
Okay, so why are you wanting that in heaven?
I mean, do you think God maybe thought of this and maybe excludes that person, but not the moments like what you learn from that things, from the things you like when you interacted with them?
So they're just like I have memories, but they're just I now okay, like just say it's like a child of mine. I don't know that it's a child of mine and I just have memories with this stranger. I feel like you can't separate those things.
Yeah.
Wait, can I
Like,
just please say something
if you
to my friend?
if you spent like decades of your life right next to somebody, married to them, experiencing all the best parts of your life with that person, suddenly those memories are gone. That's horrible.
Yeah.
Yeah,
For
just
example, I lost my brother, and
I'm sorry.
ECT is yeah no, it's fine. I'm not saying this to trauma dump. I'm saying this to bring a point about, and ECT wasn't actually it was an option for me, um, because but it can also erase good memories, to be fair. So that was part of my consideration, to just be completely honest. And it's not like it's erasing memory, it's just like changing the structural components, and some of it can be forgotten. And in fact, this is a trauma response that we have as well, to forget these memories. I opted out of that because I do not want to lose them, even if they're that bad. And I understand that other people may make a different choice, and that's why heaven may sound compelling to them. But for someone like me, that absolutely is not something that I want to do. I think that the better option, if God was all perfect, it would be he would be able to help us cognitively reframe, or do something different. But to completely erase the memory and say that this person didn't exist, that sounds insane.
Yeah,
Mm.
I don't want to go to this heaven. So to answer your question, no, I wouldn't want
I
that to
mean,
be real.
okay, let's say like what the Bible says about some things, like it might not be making sense, but what about the things it preaches, like teaches you to be kind, to like
I'm
be
already
loveful.
I can already do that without God.
I mean, yeah, but like not many people do that. I
Yes, they do.
mean,
Many people
you,
do, in fact, do that. Many people are, in fact, quite kind without God. In fact,
Um,
it turns out that more often than not, the thing that makes people unkind is like their Bible beliefs make people unkind.
can,
Well, some of the most
can I
unkind
just say,
people, some of the most unkind people that I interact with on a day-to-day basis are those that believe in God.
And there is
mm,
evidence in this, so especially within fundamentalism. So the higher the religiosity that we find, the less likely you're going to even ask forgiveness, is one example, from an individual, because you're going to ask God. So you're less likely to even apologize to people for wrongs that you did. The higher you are in like religiosity.
okay. One thing, if I can, I just want to say a friend of mine is in the chat. Can I just say one thing to him real quick?
Sure.
Bă, Bondor, marș trecu, bă, de aici, dispar, bă. Okay, that's what I want to tell him. I mean, okay, let's say I'm struggling in life and I need something to rely on, and let's say Christianity is the one thing I rely on.
Yeah, I would implore you to look at what morals you're getting from it, and have some like self determination on, is this you or is this a god? Because I think that you're capable of I don't know if you're struggling with being a good person, or maybe mental health or finances or whatever else it is. I think that you're a capable individual, and that maybe it might be a little bit of that, for namesake placebo, where you gain this like mental strength to allow you to get through something, in order but you turn on something that feels like it's greater than yourself, and yeah, that can be powerful. But on the other hand, a lot of this sometimes is just community or feeling a part of something, because there is this idea within Christianity and all of this that you're a part of something bigger, which happens within community. It happens with acts of service. So you go and you volunteer. You can get that from other places. You can just talk to a friend and maybe help them on a leading time, like this, or cook someone a meal. There are tons of ways in which we can gain this that doesn't require devotion to a god, especially one that says things so horrifically about women, about children, that we can own people as slaves, that is xenophobic. I don't know how much you've read your book, but that book does not lend to the type of personality traits that make you a good person.
I mean, yeah, that's true. But I don't know one thing. Like, would you say that everything you do, like as of right now, you're fully conscious of what you're doing right now?
I am fully conscious of what I'm doing right now.
Like everything. Like, let's say you make a person feel bad. Like, were you conscious you're making that person feel bad? Like, do you actually know how much it hurt them?
I mean, I because I have empathy in mirror neurons, I can pretty much put myself within the shoes and get a pretty good idea of how much I'm hurting someone, which is why I, typically work towards like doing things to, rectify the harm that I've caused.
Okay, then let's say sorry, my friends are in the chat. Like,
Well, I muted your friend. He was being unpleasant.
thank you, bro. Like, they are some assholes. I'm not gonna lie. Anyway, okay. So you say you're fully conscious of what you do, but like you actually know the effects, like what it can cause, like afterwards, like fully aware of everything.
Yes,
I would differ from Dalton, and I don't think we're always fully conscious of all our actions.
Yeah,
I'm fully conscious while I'm making my actions. I guess you mean fully aware of the things that we're doing.
Like, I don't think he means wakefulness in the medical sense. I think he's saying,
like, let's say, okay, let's say that right now you tell me that God isn't real, right? And I take yeah, and I take that. Okay, let's say you say that Jesus doesn't exist, and this thing about
not anymore, he doesn't.
Yeah, it's not true. So let's say I take it to heart. I'm sad. I'm really sad, and I might kill myself when I actually do it. Would you be conscious that I will do that?
I don't know what you're asking.
I mean, like, would you actually know the cause? Like, everything you do, like, would you actually know what it can harm? Like, are the things it does? I'm not.
Are you saying that like people with depression aren't fully aware?
No. Let me put it some other way, man. Just wait a little. Okay. Let me try
just be aware there are 56 people in the chat, and just saying things like that may trigger. If you can find another analogy, that would be more
appropriate.
It'd be a little. But yeah.
Yeah, you're actually right. Okay, it's hard to actually think of something. Okay, let's say I don't know.
Risk assessment. Are people always? Oops, I apologize. Are people always fully aware of risk, like say speeding? I would say. Okay, so no, that's not. You're not talking about being able to make decisions, or are you answering what I said?
I mean, I answered. What? Wait.
Oh, you were answering. Okay, yeah. Yeah, so it sounds to me, and correct me if I'm wrong, you're asking if all the decisions we make, we're fully aware of not just the consequences, but what they mean entirely. So, for example, people who continue to speed probably don't understand the full veracity of that situation. But that can be understood from a neurological basis for most parts. So yeah, there are tons of people out there that don't or are not fully cognizant of their actions and the consequences of their actions. I would say yes to that.
Yeah, okay, I actually agree with that. Yes. Okay. So, is there something we're disagreeing on, like on this topic about conscious?
Are you talking to me when you say how stupid are you in the chat?
No, I'm talking to my friends. There are more friends in my chat here, not just one.
Okay.
Anyways, I this is kind of off topic on the topic of Christianity, the Bible, and Jesus. Like, if I don't have any reason to think that Christianity is true, I probably shouldn't believe in it. It doesn't matter how much I would like something to be true, even if I don't necessarily like the idea of Christianity being true, but even if I like the idea, couldn't believe it, I'd have to be convinced that it is true in order to believe it.
Okay, well, can I explain why I believe in Jesus? So basically, like I think who says it? Albert Camus. Like find the things that you live for, and no, like the literal meaning that you're alive is the things that are stopping you right now from killing yourself. Like those are the reasons. Okay, let me find the phrase.
I don't. But okay, but I don't have that inclination to kill myself. So why should I think Christianity is true?
Okay. So I love my parents. Everybody does, right?
Well, I love one of my parents for sure.
You hate your other parent.
Don't hate them. I'm just neutral towards them.
You're like, oh, okay. How, like, when I say love, like, would you give up your life for them?
Yeah.
But for both, or just the one you love more?
Probably for both.
Would you give your life for a random person?
Random person? I don't know. Depends on the situation.
Oh,
I mean-
I wouldn't give up my life for my mom. She's beyond repair. I don't think that would be fair to the world.
Yeah, like again, when it comes to
my
random person,
mom is an
maybe I
awful
would.
person, to be clear.
Yeah, maybe I would, maybe I wouldn't. I don't know. I'm not in that situation. But there are plenty of people who do lay down their lives for people they don't know.
I mean,
Firefighters do it all the time. Lots of firefighters are atheists, and they're willing to put their lives on the line for people they don't know.
yeah, I mean, that's their job. Like, they live, like, that's what they get paid for to live.
They chose that job because they wanted to help people.
I mean, yeah, or like they were just
Being a
I don't know,
firefighter doesn't
maybe
pay. Being a firefighter doesn't pay all that much, dude.
I know, but you can still make a living of that. Like, come on.
You can make a living off of doing something safer too.
Yeah,
they
sure, man.
They
but-
chose to be a firefighter because they wanted to help people.
Do you know how much our service members get paid? When you actually calculate the hours, it's below minimum wage because you have 24-hour CQ and they're just given a salary response. They don't
Okay,
get that. So
okay.
and they absolutely
That's
do
sad.
lay down their lives. Yeah.
But this,
that tip said.
but what does this tell me about whether or not Christianity is true?
I mean, for me, it comes down to how nice you are. Like, if you're truly nice, but like, if you actually love people,
It doesn't
even
matter.
if it,
It doesn't matter how nice a person is. That doesn't tell me whether or not the religion is true.
yeah, bro. But like, me as a person, like, I actually want to be the nicest as I can. Like, I want to be.
That's fantastic. You wanting
Yeah,
to be
that's.
nice doesn't tell me anything about whether or not Christianity. Like, it doesn't tell me whether or not Jesus is alive. Jesus could be dead, and you still want to be a nice person. God could
Yeah,
not exist,
that's-
and you still want to be a nice person. You wanting to be nice and and being kind has nothing to do with whether or not Christianity is true or not.
That's true, but like when I hear things like, I'm gonna be completely honest, bro. I didn't read the Bible yet. I'm gonna read it someday, but I didn't actually read it.
Then why do you believe in it then if you haven't read it?
I mean, I don't know everything, but I know the things it teaches, like to be loveful, to be kind, to be forgiveful.
It also says to own slaves and to treat women as if they're property.
I heard about this. I heard about this argument. It's somewhere. I'm gonna be completely honest, bro. I'm not gonna spend so much time proving something that I believe in.
You've been fed the nice parts of the Bible, and your pastor hasn't fed you the ugly parts of the Bible.
Well,
Yeah, I saw this thing about owning slaves. I saw it getting debunked.
Tosca, do you have women pastor, priest, or anyone in high areas of power in your religion?
Can you repeat that, please?
Yeah, do you have any women who serve as pastors or priests or are able to serve in high areas of power within your religion?
No,
Okay,
don't
so
know.
inherently, you don't know. Do you have any
Yeah.
examples of it? Is it predominantly men?
Yeah, I think. Yeah, I mean, it's predominantly men, right?
Why?
I mean, God made it. I'm not actually sure why God made men first. I actually don't know what
So
can be the
God
reason.
made men first. What does that tell you?
I have no I didn't read the full Bible, bro. I mean I know you're trying to get me like to say things that I'm not gonna
You
know.
you
I think
okay,
maybe
but
you need to read this book before you decide whether or not you want to believe in it.
Sure, I'm actually gonna read it, bro. I mean, it's either way. Even if that Bible, I'm gonna be completely honest. Even before reading it, I thought maybe this Bible is not like the full story. Like did I'm not sure did God made it or God told us what to write in it, but not everything that happened, right?
I have zero reasons to think that this book is written by a god. It looks like it's written by a bunch of
I mean, not
Bronze Age and Iron Age men who wanted to push forward a patriarchal like society in which, you know, the men are on top, Israelite men are on top, and everyone else is on bottom.
and that is meant literally as well as figuratively.
Mm. Oh, oh, okay. Okay. So I don't know the Bible. So what can I do? What can I say?
You can what you can do is
Uh,
open up the Bible, start for Genesis 1:1, and read until you get to the end, and you'll see how horrible this book is if you take it seriously reading this book.
okay. So let's say I read the Bible and I start to not like it.
Mhm.
I lost hope in Christianity. Like it doesn't actually exist. Christianity is not a true thing.
Yeah,
Okay.
go to secular
Then
humanism.
then what will I resort to? To being
Go to secular
an atheist.
humanism. Go to secular humanism.
What is that?
Study ethics. Yeah, you can study ethics as well and look at philosophy and understand the other things.
I look at philosophy. I like my TikTok, my Instagram, everything is full of philosophy. Like all those guys, Albert Camus, so Socrates, Seneca, everything.
Well,
I see it
those
every
are
day.
those aren't contemporary philosophy. I would encourage you or
The
employ
other
your.
guys. Yeah, there are more. Yeah, sorry.
Okay.
Kant and
Yeah,
Well,
Kant.
yeah.
Oh, yeah. If you Kantian ethics, you would not agree if you study and looked at Kantian ethics. You and God are gonna have some issues.
I'm not sure. I mean, I see every day like verses, like things they said, like they are truly inspiring, like things they say, proverbs. I think they are called, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Proverbs can be inspiring, but yeah, you definitely don't need God or the Bible to be a good and kind
I mean,
person. I do it every day.
That's true. Like
without God.
Like yeah, no, it's true.
I would argue
don't
you
need-
do it without God if you've not read the Bible.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's true that you don't really need the Bible or God or anyone to be kind, but maybe it's the thing that motivates you to be like fuller, to be nicer.
I bet you could find other motivators that are just as powerful, if not more powerful.
What do you mean? You read Kant. You should know the motivator. The motivator is self. It's literally self-indulging. It can get you to this motivation.
I saw about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I watched like two clips, some YouTube clips about him, like 20 minutes long both. I heard about what he thinks. I mean, it's nice. Some things I don't remember. I know Kant, like his philosophy is good. I know, but I'm gonna stick to like Christianity because it's the only thing I need to believe in. Like it's the only thing I can actually hope for.
It's not. There are other things for you to believe in. There are other things for you to hope in. You just need to branch out and educate yourself a little bit, bud. Don't sell yourself so short. Life is better outside of the bounds of Christianity. Trust me from experience.
I mean, I would say everything comes down to your opinion, like to what you believe in. Like,
Yes, and until I can give you my opinion. My life is better now outside of Christianity than it was within Christianity, and I think, in my opinion, your life will be better too. You just got to try.
As
Yeah,
a
but
woman,
like,
it's definitely true. There is no doubt in my mind that within Christianity, I am bound to be helpmeet. I am bound to service a man. I am bound to not speak when on subjects that I am familiar with. This entire I wouldn't within Christianity. I am very limited on my social hierarchy.
mm, uh, okay. I just want to say, what is your name, the Bible guy?
Dalton.
Hey, Dalton. Okay. So that's your perspective, right? And this is my perspective, and we're clashing like our perspectives to see which one is better, right?
Yeah. At the end of the day, though, this is not a good reason to think Christianity is true. If you think it makes you a good person or whatever, or it gives you motivation, it doesn't tell me. It still doesn't tell me whether or not it's true. Because what's at the end of the day, this life is not about why do you believe in Christianity. This life is about why should I, the Bible guy, believe in Christianity. I want to be motivated to think that Christianity is true. The only thing that's going to work for me is demonstrating that the claims made in Christianity about God and Jesus are in fact true claims.
Tosca, also, you seem to dismiss a woman's perspective. Do you think that if it's just good for you, that you should do it? Because if you've studied
And
ethics, you
yeah,
know that that's wrong. You should think of why it's good for everybody.
yeah. Okay, wait. Okay, let's get on to this then. So I'm sorry if I maybe didn't pay attention, but what is the problem with women? Like, what exactly is the disadvantage that you have if you believe in Christianity?
Yeah, well, I mean, do you want to start with the most crass?
I can start with this. You know how many clergy members in the Catholic Church are women?
In the what? Can you please repeat that, please?
The Catholic Church, which makes up 50% of all Christians. You know what percentage of Catholic clergymen are women?
I have no idea. And one thing, if it helps you, I'm Orthodox.
Yeah. Also, within Orthodoxy, do you know what percentage of women are part of the clergy?
What is clergy? I have no idea what that.
Priests, bishops and priests.
Oh no, I only see men.
It's zero. Women are not allowed to be members of the clergy, either in Catholicism or Orthodoxy. If you're a young girl in the church and you have dreams of one day being a priest, well, sucks to suck, but women aren't allowed. You can't be a bishop in these either, because if you can't be a priest, you definitely can't be a bishop. If you're Catholic, can't become pope if you're a woman. At best, you can be a nun. You cannot be you can't also. Christianity teaches, the Bible teaches, that women are to remain silent and submissive in the church, and that a man in a relationship, the man should always be the head of the household. And the Bible explicitly pushes women into the category of that which is owned as property. That is the disadvantage that the Bible has if you are a woman.
Okay. Let's. Okay. So if you're a woman, you can become a priest, bishop, or the pope. Okay. Yeah. And I'm gonna honestly ask, like, what is the problem? Like, I know you can become. It's okay.
Yeah. The problem is inequality. Why are women not afforded the same opportunities in the church that men are?
And it doesn't just go to this extent. It says in Timothy that women are saved through childbearing.
What? Can you please repeat?
Yeah. As long as she continues her good faiths and works. Yeah, 1 Timothy chapter 2, oh geez. I think it's 13 through 15, Dalton, if you want to pull that up. Yeah, the fact that you're not seeing that problem is a little alarming.
Bro, it's not that I didn't see. I just didn't catch what you said.
Yeah, well, no. The problem with women not being able to serve in leadership in the church,
Yeah,
the fact that you don't see that as a problem is just slightly
Oh,
alarming.
no. I mean, yeah, it is unfair, but I'm gonna be completely honest. What is the loss here? Like, what exactly are you losing?
the
Like,
loss.
Do you,
What if you're a young woman who wants to be a priest?
well, Tosca,
I mean, you can be.
well, no. Let me do you one better. It is very evident in the field of psychology that if you're not represented within a group, that is less likely that you will be inspired by. So one, we're seeing more inspiration on men to do this, even though women are technically more like in the faith. You wind up losing out on a representative demographic, and when you lose out on a representative demographic, you wind up with people who are just less likely to be educated on a subject, less likely to inspire to be such. As far as like our actions and motivations go, from a philosophical standpoint, based on
you get
data,
influenced
you would
by things
want
around you.
people to be in. Yeah, we all are, obviously.
Yeah.
And we're represented when we're represented most. Think of like doctors and lawyers, and you see someone that maybe you aspire to be towards, and they represent the group of people that you are. You're more likely to aspire to reach that level, whether it's an ethical level, whether it's a financial level, whether it's anything else. That's really problematic for women. And what it does in society is it teaches women that their places in the home, that they're places to have children, and that they're places to be subservient to everyone around them, which is not fair to them.
Can you say the last part, please? I'm sorry. I'm actually sorry.
You want me to repeat myself?
Just the last 20 seconds, bro. I'm deeply sorry. I actually didn't catch all that. I'm sorry.
What it teaches women is that our place is in the home, to have children, to be subservient to men. We would lose out on so much in society, and we have lost out on so much in society when women just to conform to this homemaker, because women are just as intelligent. In fact, we're seeing now that they're being educated on a higher level, especially with the rise of human secular values throughout Enlightenment, as you've read Kant. That when women are involved in society, society has become a much better place.
Okay, I now get that. It is actually, yeah, I agree with you. It is actually, I didn't read the Bible, but from what you guys say, it is horrible from what I see. But I'm actually, I actually don't know then what to believe in if there is not the.
Here, I want you to, when you get free time, go on the internet. I want you to look up secular humanism.
Okay, I'm just gonna ask one question because this is the most important thing to me. Does it, like, after I die, will me and my loved ones be there?
I don't know. I haven't
Like,
died.
yeah, but does this secular thing teaches you that?
Tosca, what matters to you the most? What's comfortable or what's true?
Like, if you actually look, like, I believe that truth comes all the way until it comes to like the deepest of the deepest. Like in the finale, you have to choose a, I don't know how to say it, peace, even if it's a lie.
If I think that this life is not all that there is, and that there's actually an infinite amount more of it, I might not take this life as seriously. I might not realize that, oh my gosh, I might be missing out on opportunities to spend time with people I love if I think I get an eternity with them. I think it's actually more profitable to understand that you might not live forever.
I don't think the Bible says that you should not love them as less than when you are in heaven with them.
No, but the natural repercussion of believing in eternity is that you take this life less seriously.
No, Tosca,
bro.
that is actually shown. We experience, especially with And these are studies that you can look up. I wish my computer is over there, but if you want me to find studies and send them to you, I absolutely can. Within fundamentalism, we do see that individuals don't go to doctors the more you experience religiosity, because they think that God's going to heal you. Like I said, with the asking for forgiveness, when you see this high level of religiosity, you also find that people are less able to, and this is just a human cognition thing, and I don't think you deny this, that when you experience something monotonous, meaning over and over again. I don't know what level of English that you're at, but monotonous is like over and over again. You're less likely to appreciate it. Novelty itself is much more appreciated by most humans.
Yeah, I know about this idea. Like the more you see something, the more you get used to it. Like you get bored. Like you don't feel the same about it. But I honestly kind of don't agree with it. Like every time I see something, every day, every single day, like my phone, my parents, everything, I keep on getting stuck on the first thing I thought about it. Like I never got bored of something. I'm gonna be completely honest. I never got bored of like running, or I still, and even things that I'm gonna be honest, even things like I keep sinning, but I'm trying to stop it. But it's the thing that I don't get bored of it, because I never got bored of anything. Maybe it's my opinion.
I don't think that's true.
Okay, let's say something.
I think this is something you have to tell us to make peace with the arguments that we are presenting to you. But even the things I love the most in my life,
maybe that's true.
I've gotten bored of eventually.
So say that is true for some things. It's not going to be true for all things. Like granted,
okay,
yeah, like the field of science, there's not a lot of boredom with me within that, right? Like, because there's always so much to soak in and learn from that. So, but it's not going to be that way for everything. At least I can grant you that.
Yeah, true, but like,
but Tasca,
I actually can't remember.
Tasca, we have been speaking for 38 minutes. I do need to move on because I need to do a restart because my TikTok is being affected by a
Can I just say one thing? Can I say the last thing?
Yeah, sure.
As long as it's not like preaching.
Yeah, no preaching.
Okay, but I'm just gonna be completely honest. The reason I believe in him, because I love my parents so much. I'll give my life for them. They are the only people they care. I think care about me. That they actually care about me.
And I'd give up my life for my mother, but that does not have reason for me to believe in God.
Yeah, but I wish the best for them, and
I also wish the best for my mother. Don't need to believe in God. Anyways, Tasca, you have a wonderful day.
To you too, guys. Thank you,
Tasca. You've been exceptionally reasonable.
I might come around. Yeah. I saw you guys be live some days. I might join another time if you guys want.
Yeah.
And don't forget, Tasca, to check out Secular Humanism when you get a moment. All right, we're gonna do a quick restart, everyone, because the numbers are looking horrible on TikTok because of a restriction I got, and we're not getting any Christians calling in to give us a reason to believe in Christianity. So I'm gonna do a quick restart. I'm really trying to get people to talk about the Bible, guys. I know y'all want to see me talk more about the Bible, but you know, people just aren't having it. I'll give you the just in 2 minutes. I should have. I mean, I only do that for the assholes. I give them the just in 2 minutes. Caller sounds like a good guy. Hopefully he'll come around. Yeah, hopefully. We'll see. Just a quick reminder, we are only
doing the 9-panel thing.
Okay. Sorry. We are only letting up opposition right now. Only letting up opposition. I've been getting complaints for the past 4 videos that I've got too many friendlies coming up. So besides Ashland, we're only taking up opposition right now. Everyone, make sure you tap that screen, share the live with those you love, with those you hate, with your friends, with your enemies. Let's get the word out there so we can have some interesting conversations about the Bible is bullshit, Christianity is false, Jesus is dead. Caller was a tad misogynistic. Well, that's what Christianity will do to you.
To be fair, when I did bring up the deeper seated issues of misogyny, he did address that and say that it would be horrible after. I think that when you're in a power position, while it's not good and it's still misogynistic, I'm not disagreeing with it. It is a little more difficult. It's not. I wouldn't say that that's a good excuse for it, and we absolutely should be infuriated by it. But at least they addressed that and said, like, yeah. So I will give them some grace.
All right. Live restriction. Your live contains scenes that some may find uncomfortable. Well, TikTok, go fuck yourself. Barry, I'm going to ask you 3 preliminary questions, and then we'll get to the conversation at hand. Question number 1: are you at least 18 years old?
Yes.
Say that again.
Yes, I am 19 years old.
Really? Do you live in America?
No.
Canada?
No, I
Oh.
live in Britain.
Hold on. Are you in college?
Yeah.
What forms do you have to fill out to get into college?
Application form.
No. Financial, anything?
No.
Yeah.
Child. What do you get a restriction for? Your live contains themes that some may find uncomfortable and has been restricted. Reasons: hate speech and hateful behavior. Well, TikTok, there's your hateful behavior. Fuck you. As soon as I find a better app where I can won't get restricted every 5 seconds, I'm gonna fucking leave you for someone better. You said secular humanism? Yep, check it out. Secular humanism. I did not mean to leave you. I dropped you because you're a child.
I am having an argument with someone about estrous cycle
What's up,
in
bro?
humans. Oh, sorry, I didn't realize we had a guest.
G
Oh, my
Will,
bad. I was talking over you, baby.
I'm gonna. Don't do that. That's gross. Question number.
I'm
I'm gonna
sorry,
ask you. I'm gonna ask you 3 questions. Don't be gross.
Yeah, for sure.
And then we'll
Okay.
get to the conversation at hand. Question number 1: are you at least 18?
Yeah, I'm 23, bro.
All right. Question number 2: what pronouns do you go by?
He, him.
Question number 3: are you a Christian?
Yes, I am.
All right. I'm Dalton, the Bible guy. This is my co-host Ashland. The Bible is bullshit. Christianity is false. Jesus is dead. Which one of these 3 topics would you like to talk to me about?
I just want to talk about the Bible is BS.
All right. The reason I say that the Bible is bullshit is because it contains scientific errors, historical errors, contradictions, and failed prophecy.
So you're just saying it has errors in it, right?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Okay, yeah. I mean, that's a good start. But for it to say that it's BS, it's crazy. So you're telling me that have you read the Bible, right? Obviously, you're making this claim, so obviously you did. So
have I
is
the
there
Bible
anything-
guy, read the Bible? Yes.
I know I'm dumb for even asking that. My bad, bro. But no, seriously though, for you to say that it's fully BS is crazy because it's got a lot of principles that I think that a lot of people.
Sure, I can find kernels of corn in a pile of shit. I still am not going to eat the pile of shit. I can find some nice things in the Bible, but the majority of it's shit.
I believe that you probably find more good than bad in that Bible, if we're being honest. But you're choosing to look at the bad things, which I understand. Agree. No. I agree. I will look at the bad things too before making my decision to Christ.
I disagree with you. I find far more bad things in the Bible than good.
Gee, Will,
So,
when
in
does
just-
when does it resolve the problem of slavery in the Bible?
Yeah.
When does it say
resolve
don't?
the problem? Let's go.
Yeah,
Let's go to it. Hold on.
When does
Let's
it
go to
say
Hold
do
on.
not own slaves?
Let me get to that verse.
Yeah. Go ahead. Show us the verse. that says
Please do.
Not to own. This would be a first time for me.
Oh, for real? I might make some history today. Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
At
you would.
23,
Hold on,
you've got
hold
the
on.
world figured
Or
out.
you can
We
tell me
got
the verse
this.
because I forgot which chapter it is in.
So you know,
Just to make it easier.
I'll make it easy for you. There isn't a verse that says do not own slaves. There is a verse that
No, I'm
says
talking
you
about- I'm
should
talking
own
about-
slaves.
That you, yeah. Which verse is that?
Yeah, Leviticus 25.
Several.
I can look it up. I'll
Leviticus-
look it up.
here,
I
I'll
just didn't
put-
want to take up
here.
too much time.
Let's pull it. I'll pull it up on the screen. All right.
I bet.
What is this? Leviticus 25. Also, St. Brown says, bro needs to chill the fuck out. I totally agree. You're at 11, bring it to a 6.
44
My bad. I have
through
ADHD.
48.
I apologize, bro.
All right, here we go.
You hear me?
we got here Leviticus 25,
me,
44 through 46.
Do you feel me, bro?
I'm talking right now.
I know. I was saying, do you feel me though? I have ADHD. I'm sorry.
I have ADHD. I also have ADHD.
Both hosts on the panel have ADHD.
Okay.
Anyways, Jesus Christ. Anyways, as for the male and female slaves whom you may have, it is from the nations around you that you may acquire male and female slaves. You may also acquire them from among the aliens residing with you and from their families who are with you, who have been born in your land. They may be your property. You may keep them as a possession for your children after you, for them to inherit as property. Them you may treat as slaves, but as for your fellow Israelites, no one shall rule over the other with harshness. So the Bible says that if you're an Israelite, you can have slaves.
Just to clarify, what is that, New or Old Testament?
Old Testament, but does the New Testament ever say thou shalt not own slaves?
Correct, it does. Not exactly like that. I mean, I can go over it really quick.
Where does it even imply that you should not own slaves?
So you got it up. So you got the Bible up. So Galatians 3:28.
Oh God, not Galatians 3:28. You're not going to like this. It's not
See, you're smart. You know about the Bible, right?
Yeah,
you know about the Bible. You know some good things.
Which is why I happen to know Galatians 3:28 doesn't do away with slavery. Well,
it talks about how
there is neither. Here, I'll read it for quick. There is no longer Jew or Greek.
Bro, you need to chill out.
There is no longer slave or free. There is no longer male and female, for all are one in Christ Jesus. This isn't saying that slavery no longer exists or that you shouldn't own slaves. It means that irregardless of your class in society, whether or not you're Jewish or Gentile, or slave or free, or male and female, everyone gets equal access to the salvation offered by Jesus. But it's not saying you shall not own slaves.
There is neither Jew nor Greek. There is neither slave nor free. There is no male and female, for you all are one.
So I'm not
Jesus Christ.
So wait, there's no such thing as male and female anymore? That's been abolished? So
there is no it's talking about being
so you can't
you're not even letting me speak, dude.
So wait, you cannot engage in male on male sex anymore because males don't exist?
Where does it say that at?
Gender abolition.
Like I said, I have ADHD, so maybe I'm not understanding it correctly.
You're using this passage to say that slavery is no longer permitted, right?
Correct. Sorry.
Okay. It also says there's no longer male or female. So does that mean that just in the same way that slaves no longer exist, that male and female no longer exist?
No, that's not the case.
Okay, then when it said, then that doesn't mean that slaves done away with in this passage. Because the entire purpose of Galatians is about how one attains salvation in Christ, and how it's not through the works of the law, but rather by the free grace of Jesus Christ. And that it doesn't matter if you're Jewish or Gentile, it doesn't matter if you're slave or free, or male or female, everyone can come to Jesus and get saved. But it is not saying slavery is done away with.
Also, Jesus doesn't necessarily agree with this entire passage.
Mr. Dalton and Miss
Ashlyn.
Miss Ashlyn. Let me ask you a genuine question before I start, okay?
Sure.
Do you guys actually genuinely want to learn, or is this more so you're just trying to win this debate? Because I'm trying to talk, and you're not letting me say anything. You stop me as soon as I don't think you actually want to learn. So I don't think this is for me to even, because you're not letting me do anything. Okay? I'm not running away. I'm just having an actual conversation with you.
You brought up a passage, and then I read it.
And I was trying to explain, but you just keep on talking over me.
And then I asked you a question to show you why this.
I was trying to answer, and you talk over again like I'm doing right now.
Tell me how this proves that slavery's done away with. Show me that. Teach me something.
So I was trying to go over it. So there is neither nor Jew nor Greek. Okay, there is neither slave nor free. It talks about how basically it declares people to, like you said, to be free from the image of God. No one can ever be a slave. You're in the image of God.
When does it say that? When does it say that? It didn't say that.
It says there is neither Jew nor Greek.
And it also says
slave nor free.
It also says
there is no male and no female. We all are one in Christ.
So there's no So I'm not a male.
You are a male, dude. You're just not a slave. You're not a slave.
Wait. Why does it apply to the slave part, but it doesn't apply to the male and female part?
Sounds like special pleading, G. Will.
What do you mean by that? Special feeding. What does that mean?
You're making the case that, well, listen, it says here there is no longer slave or free. That means there's no longer slave or free. But when it says there's no longer male or female, those still exist for some reason. Why?
Or we're all slaves to Christ. Because we're owned by Christ, by the same very passage.
The word, I see what you mean, but yeah,
also,
that's a hard one.
Also, do Greeks not exist anymore? There's a whole country full of them.
Yeah, there are Greeks, but you're not getting the point, man.
So when it
you're
says
trying to win this argument, it's fine. God bless you, man. Seriously.
You're running away. Yeah,
G-Ro. I'm running. You can make a little meme out of me. It's cool.
That's fine.
We're not.
I get it. You couldn't handle the Bible.
It's weird.
Yeah, that was pathetic. Yeah, guys, listen. It's very clear here that if G. Will wants to be consistent, he can not only just say that there's no longer slaves, he can't say there are Greeks anymore and there aren't Jews anymore. Like, they don't exist. Male and female don't exist. But clearly, since Jews and Greeks do still exist, and male and female also clearly still exist, then slave people and free people. Also, what does it mean for free people to not exist anymore? Like, it's the true dichotomy. You're either a slave or you're not a slave. But when it says that these things no longer exist, it means everyone gets equal access to the salvation offered by Jesus. This is not an abolition of slavery.
That's not a true dichotomy.
Like, slave or free, that is a true dichotomy. You're either a slave or you're a free person.
You can be indentured.
I would call that that's a slave.
Indentured, I would say, fits in the middle ground because you can actually leave that contract during the time period.
Nope. You have to serve out the 7-year period.
Yeah, that's why you're not either a slave or a free. You're indentured.
You're a slave for 7 years. That's why it uses the word slave for indentured persons in the Old Testament. It uses the word slave.
Oh, I guess. Yeah, okay, I see what you mean. Yeah.
Your slave is just temporary.
Yeah, it's a temporary slavery. Okay, cool.
Okay, we're gonna bring up, I think this is your friend Mika. Mika, welcome back. What brings you back to the show?
Hi, I just wanted to say hi real quick. That was wild, that last guess that you had. I was laughing when Ashlyn said W gender abolition because it's like non-binary people are the only real people now, guys. There's no male and female left.
Hell yeah. The Bible is pro non-binary now, according to G-Will.
Yeah. But no, I just wanted to hang out. You can draw me if you want.
Oh yeah, I am trying to keep a small panel, but hey, Mika, thank you for coming up and saying hi.
You still are fundraising? Are you good? What's going on?
I'm still fundraising for my utility bill, which is $314, and it's past due. So
catching up on those is hard. They do give you some grace, but like it's not. Yeah. Do you want to drop your socials?
Yeah, I'll go ahead and put those in the comments. Thank you.
Absolutely. Mika is a partner of someone who is like before even Bible Guy had their channel. Just FYI, Mika has been part of the community. The stuff that you told me, can I talk about?
Yeah, definitely.
Just quickly, Mika's in a state that doesn't have a lot of help. There's some just disabilities there, and clients canceled on them, and just they've been struggling. So overall, we're here as a community to help other individuals, and if you can, $1, $5, whatever it is. I wish I'm like begging my own last paycheck too. So, but I think we all understand what it's like, or at least some of us do. So yeah, if you can help out.
But hey, Mika, thank you for coming up and saying hi, and hopefully people will reach out and help with the fundraising. Jesus Christ. But have a good day.
I don't see the socials I'm able to post them at least.
Yeah, go ahead and do that. Everyone, make sure you tap that screen, share the live with those you love, with those you hate, with your friends and with your enemies. We got a restriction again from TikTok, so prove TikTok wrong and send out this live to everyone you know, everyone you hate, your friends and your enemies, so that we can get the word out there despite whatever the hell TikTok is doing. TikTok just doesn't like me today, I guess. If you're on YouTube, make sure you go ahead and send them super chats. Remember that this show is not possible without your contribution.
There we go.
What exactly can I go into? You can read the Secular Humanist Manifesto if you want a place to start off. 3rd edition. Vern Lebon says, as a non-binary person, I don't really care to have Jesus on my team. You know what? Facts. I once had a friend who said, I have a gay friend who said, I don't want the Bible to be pro-gay. I don't want anything. If the Bible is for something, it's probably not that great. But if you're a Christian, you like to come up and give me a reason to believe that the Bible is not bullshit, or that Christianity is true, or that Jesus is alive, make sure to go ahead and request up, and we'll have a good conversation about the Bible. Show the world that Christians know the Bible better than atheists.
I think we might have to restrict SI content. I think that's what got
SI?
you. Sure slide.
Oh.
I know you hate restricting content, but I think that was the original thing that got. Because I was able to
get over
share.
yourself. I'm like so over TikTok. I'm just being mean to it now because fuck you, TikTok. You know what would be nice if people actually practice the Christian propaganda instead of using it as a form of moral desert. I don't
want them to.
Yeah,
I don't want them as a woman. I don't want them to. Please don't.
Don't practice Christianity because Christianity is horrible.
Even when you get to Paul as a bi person, and Paul doesn't seem to really like women either.
Yeah, well,
I don't know.
Pseudo Paul doesn't like women for sure. If you want to cherry pick the Bible, Christians, if you would like to cherry pick the Bible and just cherry pick the nice parts, I guess that's better than believing everything the Bible says. But you could just like fuck the Bible and just be a good person.
Oh, Dalton, I had a question for you. Actually, Acts switches from in Acts 23. It's first person Paul. But in earlier Acts, it's third person Paul.
What?
Do you? Yeah, I was actually having.
Acts is never first person Paul.
In 23, it's giving direct quotes.
Oh yeah, it's giving quotes from him, but it never writes as if it's coming from Paul.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it writes as if it's coming from Luke. Not the actual Bible. Yeah, I always thought it would be fun to come up with an idea. They often call the Bible the good book, even though it's not good. I thought maybe one day it would be great if I had time on my hands and like maybe if I had a team working on it. But editing the Bible, getting rid of all the bad parts, and then changing some of the stories so they're actually good, and calling it the better book. For example of this is God tells Abraham, "Sacrifice your son to me," and Abraham goes, "No." And then God goes, "Good, you passed the test. You're not supposed to kill your kids." That's an example of the better book.
Dalton, you have ChatGPT.
I'm not going to outsource that to ChatGPT. You all know it'll fuck it up. But yeah, the better book coming out in the future, I'm sure. Bible is full of lies. You have to cherry pick it or you are gullible. I mean, listen here, and this is another challenge to the Christians watching right here. No one believes in the entire Bible. Nobody believes in the Bible from beginning to end. You know why? Because you cannot believe in contradictory things. And the Bible is full of contradictions. Therefore, no one, not a single person on the planet has ever or will ever be able to believe everything in the Bible at the same time.
What do you mean, Dalton? I believe in contradictions.
Oh yeah, like what?
My
Gotcha.
drink is full and not full at the same time.
You might be a fool if you think that.
It's full of air. It's full of air. Ha
ha. Do I just need to do another restart because of the restriction? This is pissing me off.
I have no idea.
I'm just gonna do it. Fuck it. TikTok better stop pissing me off today, guys. It's not kidnapping. It's a struggle snuggle. ChatGPT probably. Oh man. Welcome back, everyone. Everyone tap the screen and share it out so that.
Oh, I can repost now. Okay.
There we go. Repost the hell out of this live, everybody. Hello, Velvet Worm, Mika, Improving My Faith, Damn Racing 31, Ashlyn, Jesus Cucking Christ, Babia X Majora, JT Shaquille Oatmeal, Saint Brianna. That's so funny. Shaquille Oatmeal.
Also, people on YouTube, you're able to do things as well. Sorry, I don't have Wi-Fi where I'm at, and I have limited data on my hotspot, so I've not been able to pay attention to the YouTube crew as much as I probably should be. But yeah, if you can like the live, maybe you know someone on TikTok as well. Y'all are also a big part of us. It just so happens that right now the only way to talk to us is like, or at least verbally talk to us.
I'm looking at you guys right now. I'm looking at your comments. Shaquille Oatmeal followed me around Lost Lands 2024, blocking my view of the stage. What? How? Okay, we got a guest here. Reminder, I'm going to ask you 3 preliminary questions, and then we'll get to the conversation. They're still loading in, so give them a second. Bible and homosexuality, a topic I rarely know.
I'm not confident that this is an adult.
I guess we'll find out. Or we might not. They might have MAGA Wi-Fi. How can atheism be false? That doesn't make any sense. That is true. Atheism can't be false because atheism doesn't make any positive assertions. So Christians, atheism cannot be false. Let's see. TikTok, play nice. I know, right? Come on, TikTok. Ashlyn used all her data watching videos of puppies sleeping.
I mean, not entirely false, but I do that on my phone. No, it was playing Baldur's Gate with Dalton because I use my cloud streaming because I didn't bring my Xbox, and I don't have, like, even if so, I would have to do a hotspot. But no. Supposedly AT&T gives me 250. It stopped working at 220. I'm sus about AT&T on that.
Yeah. But yeah, someone said, "Is this live a cry for help or monetary gain?" Well, it is my job, so it definitely is at least partially monetary gain. It's also, I mean, we get a cry from help from Christians. Not from me though. I don't need any help. I got my shit together. Now that I'm no longer a Christian. Let's see. All right. We got here. Oh, they were here and now they're gone. Awesome person. Remember, folks, we're only taking opposition right now. No friendlies up on the board. Christians, you have to believe in God. Buddha, don't believe in me. Just find out for yourself. Yeah, Yeah, Buddha was a lot more humble than anyone in the New Testament. That's for sure. My newest binge watch is a guy who plays guitar to various animals. Oh yeah, I know that. Yeah, he's French. Yeah, that guy. He makes great videos. And I saw a really funny video of him talking about how Obama was watching his videos. So fun. Where's all the damn Christians? Too afraid to talk about the Bible is what it is. Let's see. Fan Integram, if y'all remember that. Oh, okay, fantastic. Love that. I'm obsessed with this new game I'm playing. Well, me and Ashley have been playing Baldur's Gate for a while now. Although last night we watched all 3 episodes of the Netflix Dracula miniseries. Have y'all ever seen that? Great show. Well shot, got good mystery. Every episode's got a twist ending.
And if you don't have access to Netflix, do I have a proposition for you?
Yeah. Arr. Anyway,
Streamio. And Torrento.
Out of curiosity, is it only Abrahamic faiths that you combat or all theology? Well, I don't really care about talking about non-Abrahamic religions because I don't talk about like things that I'm not well educated on. And also Abrahamic religions are the ones that have the most effect on my day-to-day life as an American. At Fern Lovebond with the $2 says, let me pull out the
Did Fern say I need to go to work?
My cry for help is to help Christians think better.
I don't know if I would count that as a cry for help, but it's definitely our mission here to help Christians think better. If I could get Christians to actually read their Bible, that would be fantastic. I just watched OA. It was interesting. What's OA?
I don't know. Tosca is asking to come back up. Tosca, on another day.
On another day. We've already spoken to you for almost an hour today, and we didn't even really talk about the Bible all that much. I'm trying to get Christians to come up here and talk about the Bible, but you haven't read the Bible. Duncan loves TikTok so much. Yeah.
We love the TikTok shop. For any of you who don't have fucks to give, the TikTok shop is selling them. So you absolutely can go there to buy your fucks.
How does religion affect your life? Not being rude, just curious. Well, the thing is that fundamentalist religious people vote, and they vote often against the interest of like good, hardworking American people. And even if it didn't affect me personally, it does affect people in my life. Like the women in my life cannot get proper healthcare now because of Christian fundamentalism. And something doesn't need to affect you personally in order for it to matter.
Or appointed or non-appointed members that seem to dictate our government. Like, I don't know, Steve Bannon, who is a religious nutbag. Most Christians who would look at Steve Bannon would say, yeah, we don't agree with him, and yet has control over us, and is seemingly having, like, and this is not a conspiracy. I wish this was conspiracy. I wish I could say, oh, there's no evidence for this. We all know what Project 2025 was, who was involved in that. Like that doesn't take a lot to look at and see the goals and directives that this Republican Congress is taking. It's wild to me that you asked that question in the rise of Christian nationalism.
Let's see.
And at Fern Lovebond again with the $2. And yes, Ashlyn, get to work.
Fern is Ashlyn's coworker.
I guess my boss too, if you want to be. Though we don't use these harsh terms in our work.
Phantom Brick says it should be required to read the whole Bible as a minimum before becoming a Christian. I wish. But no, Christianity thrives on the ignorance of its sheep. So having them actually read and study the Bible in depth would be detrimental towards the Christian faith. Because the road to atheism is littered with well-read Bibles.
Well, like Judaism, right, requires at least a standard of minimum understanding because of, I don't know. How would you word this, Dalton?
Judaism doesn't require you to read the Bible either. You just you have to be Torah observant. That's it.
But that requires you to at least understand a little more than Christianity, would you say?
You have to understand a way of living a life. You don't have to actually, like, you could never technically read the Tanakh and be a good Jewish person as long as you're observing, because it's part of the culture. Like, in the same way that it's just typical in our culture that men have shorter hair. In their culture, men wear tzitzits. You wouldn't even have to read the Bible to know to wear tzitzits because it's so embedded in the culture. So, yeah, you just have to be. They're not as in Judaism. They're not as concerned with what you believe as with what you do, your actions.
Okay, so that would be the way. Yeah, I think that's a really good way of putting it. Is I always saw that as at least more understanding, but I guess yeah, it's not. Also, why aren't we tapping that screen, sharing it the live, reposting, sending it to people that you love, that you hate, that you love to hate, all the people.
What's this, Hagathus? She tried to get the church to forgive her, but they wouldn't. I don't understand what that sentence means. Child of God says Jesus is alive and he is Lord. Every knee will bow. No, Jesus is dead. Jesus is Lard, L-A-R-D. And no, every knee will not bow. That's just something you have to tell yourself because you don't have good arguments for your religion.
Wait, God wants people with bad knees to get on their knees? Harsh.
Let's see.
I think even Catholicism doesn't make all people get on their knees if they have some sort of.
Yeah, that's true. If you're older, you can just sit in the pew while the mass is happening. The church wouldn't forgive her for her divorce or of her abusive husband. Who, Hagatha?
The question of the day: who is Hagatha fucking talking about?
Yeah. This is we're playing the pronoun game here, which is when you just talk about someone with a pronoun and don't tell us who you're talking about.
Ambiguous nouns or pronouns, really.
Oh, my great grandmother is who we're talking about. All right. Well, yeah, the church sucks. Church sucks ass. Especially if you belong to a church that will not allow for divorce, like the Catholic Church. Catholics pound their chest and say, "Because of my fault, because of my." Yeah, in the middle of the mass, you pound your chest and you say, "Oh my God, it's been so long." I don't know if they don't necessarily say because of my fault, but they say something to that effect, where they pound their chest during the mass and talk about how it's in fact their fault and their guilt for what they've done wrong.
Sambriana says, Duncan and Ash, which religion do you think is the most persecuted? Probably some sort of the question would be throughout history or modern day. That would be the first question that I would have is like, what do you mean by that question? And then the second would probably be some sort of native culture that was like persecuted by the British that didn't have like defensive arms. So maybe some sort of Pacific Islander or Native American culture, like where these small cultures exist, and probably something that we're actually not aware of, who were probably genocided, would probably be the most persecuted. But I don't like to play the suppression Olympics because I don't know what most persecuted actually means.
It's a difficult metric.
You know what I mean?
It's a difficult metric to measure out. Irish. No. Irish is not a religion, first and foremost. Do you think it's possible
they Well,
Catholic.
they weren't actually Catholic. No, not
Protestant.
Highlander.
Yeah, Highlander.
Well, Highlander. Well, prior to that, they weren't. Prior to the British Empire, they had
Celtic religion.
Yeah, Celtic was a big one. So yeah, but I don't know. That was like their language was eradicated, but that is on similar with like Native American and all of that. It's not completely eradicated; it still exists. But it's so far and few in between. So that's why I say when I don't know what that question means. Yeah.
Curiosity says, do you think it's possible that Christianity could become a mythology in the next few hundred years? I don't know. Listen, it's been around for 2,000 years. I don't know what the future holds for religion, and whether or not your live is not appropriate for viewers in all regions and has been discontinued in some regions. Reasons: hate speech and hateful behavior. Go fuck yourself, TikTok. I don't know what to do. But I have no idea whether or not Christianity will disappear in the next couple hundred years or not. It's hard to say.
Pew Research did do a study and said that, I mean, there were a couple of different paths, but if, like, say there was not a continuation of Rise and a fight on it, then by 2070, there would be a minority population by 2070 of Christians. But there were also, the problem with that is looking at, kind of like what a quote unquote a fight back of Christianity, and we are kind of seeing that. So I'm not certain. I don't remember the title of it. Look up Pew Research Christianity versus Atheism. I think you'll be able to find that study.
Robert Wilson says, if the Bible taught flat earth, wouldn't that mean there is a creator? No, it would mean that the Bible is wrong because the earth isn't flat. Flat earther brains are flat. But no, the earth isn't flat, and if the Bible said it was, which it does, it would mean that the Bible isn't from a god. Why do you think Norse paganism is on the rise? Sadly, it's a mixture of two things, or NASA is wrong. Nope, NASA as an organization is not incorrect or wrong on any of their assertions. Anyways, why do you think Norse paganism is on the rise? Sadly, part of it is to do with white supremacy. And then the other part is people reconnecting with their ancestral roots, but a lot of it has to do with white supremacy. I don't know what's worth, flat earthers or evolution deniers. I say they're equal.
Hey, what's up, buddy? How you doing?
Oh, bud, it's been a real shit day.
I'm sorry to hear that, man.
No, hardly any guests. TikTok keeps putting restrictions on me.
Really?
Yeah, I don't know what to do.
I was just on Jaren's live, not CBJ, the other Jaren, and he's having the problem, like, there's not a lot of Christians in there. I had a few Christians earlier. I had one, like, really good guest who listened to me, and that was earlier this morning. That was, like a 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock. That was it. I didn't really have any either.
Hey, Logos, we're not virtue signaling. I don't think you know the meaning of that word.
Logos, why don't you come up here and debate the Bible?
You keep using that word. I do not think you know what it means.
Yeah. The Christians are too scared. It does seem to be the case.
No, they're gonna be scared now because we do know Greek. They're like, I picked that name out.
Let's see. I'm an atheist. Then why are you saying we're not virtue signaling? And why is your name Logos? What makes a Christian? What makes a Christian is you have to believe that Jesus is the Christ and the Son of God. That's the bare requirements on this channel for what we consider a Christian to be. Have you read any other holy books from other religions? I'm halfway through the Torah. The Torah? I mean, the first five books of the Old Testament. I've read the Old Testament. I've read the New Testament. I've read apocryphal works from the Abrahamic religions. I've read selections from the Quran. I don't spend a lot of time. I don't spend a lot of time outside of the Abrahamic religions because I couldn't care less.
Also, for everyone on YouTube, if you can afford super chats, I know the content isn't amazing right now. We're getting sequestered by TikTok. If you have suggestions maybe on how to make the live better, maybe submit them via super chats and help us figure out maybe how we can improve the channel. Also, that money helps us maintain the channel. I don't get paid for this. I'm just here on my own recognizance, but Dalton spends so much time outside of the live doing things, reading up and making sure you're getting the most up-to-date information. And also, remember, Dalton quit their job to make sure that they could dedicate their streaming full-time. Just give us feedback. If you can send super chats, that would be amazing. But this is how we can afford to do this.
Robert says, how can you have gas pressure without a container? Easy. Gravity. Gravity makes the Earth contained. The atmosphere is held to the planet by gravity. Robert, I doubt that you've heard answers to these questions. You've probably heard the scientific explanation, and you continue to spread your bullshit regardless. Gravity, that's never been it's been proven. It's been proven, Robert. You're just too ignorant, and you're too dedicated to your dogma of flat Earth that you refuse to see the evidence for reality.
It's just easy demonstrating gravity. It's just jumping outside, and the fact that you can't take off from the ground and stay in the air is literally evidence for gravity. It's literally proof for gravity. The fact that you cannot just float in the air.
Yeah, why do objects of different weight fall at the same rate? Can anyone prove that God exists? No, that's the thing. Robert wants to talk about flat Earth because he cannot prove that his God exists. Even if the Earth was flat, wouldn't prove that God exists. Lots of ancient myths talked about flat Earth. It wouldn't make God real.
Also, thank you for whoever gave me the 200 coins. I appreciate it. I didn't see who did it, so that's my fault, but thank you. Also, yeah, this is gravity, by the way. See? It's easy. Look at that. Look. It's gravity, everybody.
Johnny, you can click on the little star thing. It's werencells.kg.
Thank you.
At Simeon Urchin with the $1.99 book recommendation, Separation of Church and Hate.
Okay. Let's take a look at this real quick. Let's see. Let me pull up take a look at this. Separation.
Oh yeah, a good use of super chats too. And the use of Bible Guy's knowledge, Dalton's knowledge. If you have questions, it's a good place to put them, is in the super chats. Because think about it this way, Dalton spent a really long time studying this, and if you have these questions, Dalton, especially during these lull times, will answer them.
Oh, the name of this book. Separation of Church and Hate. A Sane Person's Guide to Taking Back the Bible from Fundamentalist, Fascist, and Flock Fleecing Frauds by John Fugelsang. I'll have to check this out. That seems pretty interesting. I need to get back into doing some more reading. I haven't done any reading in a while. I need to, because it's literally part of my keep reading, keep learning. I need to also do that.
Well, it's also difficult when part of what your income is, right, is making money from super chats. You've had to support your mom. You supported Arwen. The other day I was struggling. Dalton gave me $30 just to, live comfortably. Dalton is not stingy by any means.
Do you subscribe to Mythicism? I don't. But I need to. I started reading it again. I need to pick it back up, but I need to reread Dr. Richard Carey's book again. on the topic, and who knows, maybe I'll have my mind change. But currently, right now, I just hold to a minimal historicity position.
We should read Jaren's book together. It's like $3.
Yeah, sure. It's one of the many books that I have on my docket that I need to read. Robert M. Price has some great debates about it as well. Yeah, I'm familiar with Bob Price. Yeah, a dinosaur when it comes to his political beliefs, but apparently he's got some interesting stuff to say as far as Bible scholarship is concerned.
I want to see in the comments. Oh, sorry, from both YouTube and chat. How many of y'all want to hear an opinion on Jaren's book?
Yeah,
Christ Before Jesus.
If I read it, I will have to give a public statement about it.
Yeah.
Let's see. Let's see. I do not even believe that time exists. Everything is already happened. Well, time does exist. It's the fourth dimension. But B theory time says that time is real. It's just that all moments in time, past, present, future, are all purely real and actual. More dense of an object is going to sink or fall like a balloon. It floats up. Well, that's because of air resistance, and also because it has gas in it. But if I have a feather and a 10-pound weight, and I'm in a vacuum, and I drop both at the same time, is the feather going to float slowly, or will the feather and the weight fall at the same speed and hit the ground at the same time? And by the way, if you answer incorrectly, we've already tested this out.
No. Gravity still applies to those with greater mass and greater density. That's been thought about.
Right. Let's see. Everyone, make sure you're tapping that screen, share the live out. If you're a Christian, you'd like to come up and have a debate on the Bible, make sure you do so now. Christians don't like talking about the Bible, what would look like. Apparently the why should I believe in your God topic seems to get a lot more caller ins.
Earlier I was doing Jesus was a criminal according to the Torah.
Oh yeah, I saw that. I was slipping through the lives and I saw you were doing that.
Yay!
You might need to pose more contentious topics as well. And then early on, when someone talks about some things, you might need to have some restriction. I know this channel doesn't like to restrict words, but it does seem like there may be some words or phrases at minimum that restrict the live.
Here, I got some. Let's see.
Ooh, Jesus did not fulfill messianic prophecy. Very good.
Yeah,
That's
here,
good
let me fix that real quick. Christians.
Also, I'm just going to encourage our viewers too. When you see people on other panels, I know I hate this too, follow them and then send them lives. That could also help. You're going to get conversation in. Also, some of y'all like pissing Christians off, so that's going to piss them off.
I could definitely do Paul was an incel. That sounds like one. The way he talks about women and whatnot. It sounds like a woman pissed him off at some point, and then he decided to make it everyone's problem. And by everyone, I literally mean everyone.
Yeah, pretty much.
Worst.
Paul was an incel.
Literally the worst Messiah. Jesus was the worst Messiah you could possibly get. Like literally everything the Messiah was supposed to do, the exact opposite happened in the time of Jesus. World peace, more wars have happened since the time of Jesus. Building the temple was destroyed after Jesus. And gathering of the exiles, a second exile happened where more Jewish people were sent into exile. Literally everything that should have happened, the exact opposite happened.
Oh, another thing you can do, Dalton, is actually get TikTok memberships as well.
Oh yeah,
you have over 10,000, yeah. And then we can make emojis, do all that. Yeah.
I need to get back to. I have stickers for anyone who subscribes and becomes a member. We got cool stickers on TikTok side, including a disappointed Dan McClellan face. For whenever you see someone say something that's biblically inaccurate, you can drop a disappointed Dan.
At Fern Love Bond with the $5. Book reviews equals regular content. Bi-weekly topic educational live. Also, how much to stop giving Flurfer attention.
Yeah, I'm just going to start. In fact, stop giving Flurfer attention. Watch this. Boop. How does one join the Ash Cult Discord? Well, that's technically.
I love that you know that it's me that runs the Discord. Actually, it's mostly Fern at this point who's been giving the super chats. Fern always comes to me with, what do you think we should do about this? Because they monitor it. I do monitor it as well. Fern is an amazing person. I work with Fern. I technically somewhat live with Fern too, in a weird way. Halfway so, but yeah, Fern is like an amazing human being. But did you update your link?
No,
so far?
I don't know how to do that.
Okay, in your YouTube.
Yeah, no, I don't know how to do that.
Faye, are you in it, or are you just asking? Because I can send you a new link, and then I'll update my link. I think my link tree needs an update as well.
Let's see. I don't know what others here. Oh, this is completely unrelated to anything that we're talking about over here. I can subscribe to the Better Book. Yeah, we'll get that book put out eventually. The Better Book. Oh my gosh.
I only subscribe to the Book of Peggy. No other books from no other gods before Peggy.
What about debating on my alt account? That wouldn't be any better, as I don't have that many followers on my alt account. The alt account is just for me to bullshit on. Also, I don't want my alt account to be associated with my Bible debate stuff.
It's like a vacation space away from debates.
Correct, exactly. But you know, I guess I'll do another restart since we're not getting any opposition, and also we got the restriction going on, so I don't know what to do. We'll try. God, it's so disappointing.
At Bjorn Hartmeyer with its 20 Danish kronens. The Bible isn't the word bird. Bird. The Bible isn't the word bird. Bird is the word.
So I've heard that bird is in fact the word. In the beginning was the bird, and the bird was the word.
I sent you a new link, by the way. So put that in your link tree, put that in your YouTube description. If that's something y'all are actually interested in, we have 150 to 200 members. I can work on being more present in that. It's really hard because I don't have Wi-Fi where I'm working, but I can definitely work on being more present in that space and listening to the needs of that as well.
Everyone, make sure you tap that screen, get us up to 10K, and hopefully we'll get pushed out into the algorithm.
I agree, St. Brianna. We need to work on YouTube audiences.
I can bring in people from YouTube. The problem is that they just won't be able to hear anyone who's like a co-host on TikTok.
Yeah, but you can work on that. You can talk to Justin, right?
Yeah, I can. Although I heard that Justin's having I heard someone said Justin's mother passed away.
Oh, really? I'm so sorry to hear that.
Yeah. So hopefully he's doing okay. We got here case 38 deer hunt. I'm gonna ask you 3 preliminary questions, and then we'll get to the conversation. Question number 1: are you at least 18 years old?
23.
And what pronouns do you go by?
Male.
I'm sorry. Male is not a pronoun.
Well, give me another one.
Examples of pronouns in the English language would be he and him, she and her, they and them.
What's a male's pronouns typically? If you could win $1 million to guess a man's pronouns, what would it be?
A man's pronouns or a male's pronouns?
Man, male, same thing.
No, not the same thing.
All right, male, whatever. What would you guess a male's pronouns would be?
Case. Is that what is between the legs? What makes someone like their like penis or vagina? Cool. Then I was your father last night. I'm a man.
So instead of being a turd, how about you just answer instead of being a turd, why don't you just answer the question? Because this you're telling us that you're not going to be a good interlocutor if you don't answer the question.
Yeah, so thank you for the disgusting, disturbing images down there. Very, very.
I
Ashlyn is your
father. I'm your father. Your dad was between my legs.
Well, so anyways, Jesus is the Messiah.
I asked you a very specific question. You answered yes, so you walked yourself into that one.
Yeah. So we don't move forward until you tell us what your pronouns are. You don't get to have the conversation with us until you tell us what your pronouns are.
Also, Case.
And then I can school you on the Bible, kid. Come on.
All right.
Case, does your God have a penis?
Does what?
Does God have a penis?
I don't know.
You don't know if God the Father has a penis? God who is allegedly spirit?
I mean, I don't know.
The answer would be no within your theology if he doesn't. However, he assigns himself he, him pronouns. He says, I am he.
Yeah. So,
I've never.
What pronouns do you go by? What pronouns do you go by, kid?
I would say so.
You would say what? Your pronouns are.
Oh, they have the Holy Spirit Wi-Fi.
They have the
non-existent. Non-existent.
Well, all right. Take one guess, and I'll tell you. What do you think they are?
Oh, I don't guess.
What do you think they are?
Well, I'm going here. I'll make this very clear for you.
You don't guess? Why not?
We don't move forward at all in this conversation until you tell us your pronouns.
How about you just refer to me as sir? Can we do that?
Sir isn't a pronoun.
It's a title that you're not worthy
So
of.
I'll just keep asking you until you answer.
Call me.
I'll just
call
keep
me my name then.
No, I'll keep asking you until you answer. What are your pronouns? Here, I'll give you one more opportunity to answer, or I'll just drop you. How does that sound?
I mean, that'll be your concession, Case, because you can't answer a simple question. Very simple question. Hey, Dalton, ask me what my pronouns are.
Johnny, what are your pronouns?
I go by he and him.
Oh, interesting. So now that Johnny's done, hey, Ashlyn, what are your pronouns?
According to Case or myself.
According to yourself.
Okay.
According to a
she,
reasonable
her.
person. Okay.
She, her. According to Case,
you would be
apparently I'm he, him.
See, that's not that hard.
See, now that Johnny and Ashlyn have both answered the question, and they did so easily, Case, what pronouns do you use?
Well, since the chick down there would be she, her, and the dude is he, him, what do you think mine would be if I'm a male?
I'm gonna guess
he, him, exactly.
I'm gonna guess you're a she, her. We'll just go. We'll just go with she,
Why?
her because you don't want to answer and you want me to assume. I guess we'll just assume your pronouns are she, her. So, young lady, do you think that Jesus is the Messiah?
Wait, what? Why do you assume my pronouns are she, her? Are you saying that pitch is an inclination?
Yeah. If it's pitch, then I might just assume you're a she, her. Okay, so young lady, is Jesus the Messiah? Could you get somewhere where the Wi-Fi is a little bit stronger?
He's got the Mega Mobile.
Listen,
you sound like all the kids trying to sound like Well, okay, listen, Case, since you're not, Case, can you answer a question or are you incapable?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, young lady,
Yeah.
is Jesus the Messiah?
Can you hear me?
Now I can. Is Jesus the Messiah?
Yes.
All right. how can he be the Messiah if he didn't
Yes.
fulfill even one prophecy from the Old Testament?
What prophecy did he not fulfill?
Any of them, unless you can just name one that he did.
You think? You think
My God,
think that-
walk towards the
healing
Wi-Fi.
the blind would be one?
No.
How about
Walk towards the Wi-Fi.
hello?
What's with your
Do
Wi-Fi?
you think?
How about instead of
Do
the
you
do you
think-
think?
hello?
How about instead of the do you think? Do you think? Do you think? How about you just point us to a book, chapter, and verse from the Old Testament that is a
Context.
prophecy about the Messiah that Jesus fulfilled?
Well, so we're gonna look in the Gospels because that's when they talk about Jesus.
Well, no. Start by see, like, if I was talking. My God, listen, kid. I'm sorry. Your Wi-Fi is atrocious. There's no way we're gonna be able to have this conversation. You can come back when you get good Wi-Fi. I live in
That might be the worst Wi-Fi I've seen.
I live in the bumfuck end of nowhere, and I've got better Wi-Fi than him. That's crazy. Or her. Better Wi-Fi than her.
Country road, take
me home
to the Wi-Fi.
Yeah, that was painful. That was painful. But what can you say? When you're a Christian, answering simple questions is kind of like impossible. We got a super chat here
from at PHX Honey 1632 with the $25. Bible guy, you do an awesome job. Can't wait to hear your thoughts on any book you read.
That helps a lot because I don't feel super awesome right now. So I really appreciate that. Case wants to come back up. Maybe she's got better Wi-Fi now. Case, did you get better Wi-Fi yet?
Young lady, is your Wi-Fi fixed? It doesn't sound like it. It sounds like silence and static.
Yeah, I'm good.
All right.
I'm good.
Now, the challenge
You
is point us to a book, chapter, and verse from the Old Testament that is a prophecy that Jesus would later go on to fulfill.
The Wi-Fi is still at 1 bar.
I'm gonna tell you what he did though.
My God.
Well, consider I don't have a Bible.
You don't have a Bible.
I don't have a Bible on me.
Imagine like a soldier going
I
into
do have
battle.
one, but I don't have it on me.
Imagine a
But
soldier
so
going into
he-
battle without his weapon. It's crazy. Going on to a debate channel about
So,
the Bible without your Bible is
Do you
wild.
think? Yeah. But I mean, he did raise Lazarus from the dead. He healed the blind.
Well, that's not a prophecy.
Rose from the dead.
That's not a prophecy in the Old Testament.
And
That's
those are
not a
claims
prophecy?
without evidence. And those are claims without evidence.
Miracles aren't prophecies.
No, they're two separate types.
Okay, let me help you a little bit. You don't seem to know what prophecies are. Prophecies are predictions
I
of
know
the
what prophecies
future.
are.
No, you clearly don't. If you say
I know
miracles
what
aren't
prophecies
prophecy,
are because we're
okay.
doing some right now today.
Okay, I'll mute you because your Wi-Fi is atrocious and you keep talking over me. So you clearly don't know what prophecies are because you just said miracles aren't prophecies. No, they're not. Prophecies are predictions of the future given by prophets. When we say, Jesus did not fulfill messianic prophecy, what we mean is in the Old Testament, there are allegedly prophecies about the future king of Israel, the Messiah, that the prophets gave, saying the Messiah, that he will do this, he will do that, X, Y, and Z. And Jesus didn't do any of the things the Messiah was said to have done, supposed to do. And observing Isaiah 7:14, not a messianic prophecy, but you're more than welcome to call in if you want to talk about it, because Case here doesn't have a good any good Wi-Fi going on here. Anyways, so Case, do you know of even one prophecy from the Old Testament that Jesus fulfilled?
He talked about prophecies at the end, or at the end of his life, talking about when.
My God,
Case.
it would be easier talking to a nomad in the desert.
Case, I'm gonna need you to just listen to me for 2 seconds. If you could put your hands together in the praying position, and then pray for better Wi-Fi for you to, get on your knees. While you're at it, open your mouth.
Follow the criteria. Follow the advice found in Psalm 81:10.
And pray for better Wi-Fi.
St. Bernard says it would be easier to talk to an Amish person without Wi-Fi at this point.
That's funny.
Yeah, yes, Robert, that is mocking. See, when I insult people, I own up to it.
I wonder if her modem's on fire or something. Cause she left. Okay.
All right. Oh well. Einstein believed he was studying the mind of God. That's not atheism. You mean Spinoza's God, which isn't really God? Spinoza's God, which is really just wow. Isn't the universe really cool?
Pretty much. That's all Spinoza's God was.
He definitely didn't believe in Yahweh. Micah 5:2 also not fulfilled by Jesus. Observing, would you like to come up and have a conversation about messianic prophecy? Because I would love to talk about Isaiah 7:14 or Micah 5:2 and how Jesus does not fulfill them. Case is back again. Why is it the only brave person is the person that doesn't have good Wi-Fi? All right, Case.
God doesn't want them to talk. He's like, I'm done with this.
Case, this is God. You got to do a better defense than what you're doing right now.
Yeah.
Well, so how about virgin birth?
There's no virgin birth. There's no virgin birth prophesied in the Old Testament.
There is.
Really? Show us where.
I love this one. This is my favorite one.
Oh yeah, me too.
I love the historical context as well, like the historical context of what's happening behind that chapter, which I won't say yet because I want them to find it on I want her to find it on her own.
Yeah,
it's a really neat historical context.
If it was prophesized that there was a virgin birth,
Isaiah 7:14.
Then I'm a virgin.
It's crazy. Look at that. It's like I already had it pulled up. Okay, fun fact. Are you aware, Case, that in the original Hebrew, it doesn't say anything about a virgin?
It does, because I just read it.
Really? What's the Hebrew word for virgin?
I don't know.
It's betula. Do you know what word does not occur in Isaiah 7:14? What if I told you that in your Bible, it was mistranslated? And I could prove
Probably
it.
not. God's word doesn't change.
Oh, but it does. It does. So here's an example. By the way, here's an example of the actual word for virgin in Hebrew. So Joel 1:8. Let me get my reading glasses on. Joel 1:8 says, "Lament like a virgin, girded with sackcloth for the husband of her youth." The word for virgin here is right here, betula. Betula. You see it right here? It's spelled Beit Tav Vav Lamed He. Betula. This is the word for virgin. When I go to Isaiah 7:14, guess what word is not present? If you leave the screen, Case, we can't hear you. Case.
Case, if you're looking this up, we know you are.
Case, come back to the screen. If you spend too much time away from the screen, TikTok will kick you off.
Case, if you're not sure, Dalton could just show you a lexicon.
Yeah.
Well, Case, how about this? If you are timed out,
It literally says it in 7:14.
Here, watch this, Case. Watch this. I'm gonna open up Isaiah 7:14. I'm gonna have you read it on the screen for me, okay? Okay, watch this. I'm gonna bring up Isaiah 7:14, and then I'll highlight it. All right, read it for the audience right here on the screen.
Therefore the Lord will give you a sign. Look, the young woman with a child will bear a son, and shall name him Emmanuel.
Interesting. Why doesn't my Bible say virgin?
Because yours is fixed to whatever you want it to say.
You mean it's not fixed to what I want to say? it's accurate to what the original
So what
Hebrew
version-
says.
Well,
And then to double, okay, hold on, hold on, Case. Was Jesus ever called Emmanuel by Mary?
Yes.
No, not once.
No, not once
Yes, he was.
in the New
Here,
Testament.
show
no.
me here. I'll
What
challenge.
Bi- what-
we'll challenge him
what-
on that.
what
Show
version-
show me the Bible verse where
What ver-
Mary
alright, first of all,
refers
what
to
version? What version are you reading?
I'm
What
reading
Bible?
I don't even like the English. I just read the original Hebrew, where it says "Lekin yitan Adonai hu lechem ot, hinei ha'alma hara, v'yoledet ben, v'kirat shemo Emmanuel," which means
Even if Dalton knows.
But I can prove to you from a lexicon that what my Bible translation on the screen says is accurate.
Okay, I get that. But what was the first one? What version of it?
The New Revised Standard Version updated edition. But there are other Bible versions that also just say young woman. The New American Bible Revised edition also says young woman. The Jewish Publication Society 2023 edition also says young woman. That's because
the Jews lie.
The Christians lie. The Christians lie.
Really?
And
Jews
even
don't
from
lie?
You're
Jewish. Wait,
I'm not
you're
Jewish. I'm not Jewish.
That makes sense.
I'm not Jewish, Case. I'm just right and you're wrong. That's the difference.
Even if Case, so you would have to demonstrate this. Demonstrate another thing where Jesus was called Emmanuel.
Yeah, show me a Bible verse where Mary calls Jesus Emmanuel. Go ahead, do that.
It's a tiebreaker.
Man, it's very anti-Semitic though to make the claim that the Jews are the ones lying. When the Christians are the ones that took the Jewish scripture and they lied about it and they changed it into things that it's not really about. That's what the Christians lied about it.
Let's give him a couple minutes because he's not going to be able to find it.
He's not. There's not a
exist.
version of the Bible that Mary consistently calls Jesus Emmanuel.
Oh, he ran away, or she ran away. What a joke! All right.
Yeah, there were two fronts to that question.
All right, we're gonna talk to Mike. She's gone. V, I'm gonna ask you 3 preliminary questions, and then we'll get to the conversation. Question number 1: are you at least 18 years old? V. V is gone. Yeah, so guys, I'll show you guys so that unlike Case, I won't lie to you guys. So here we have the Brown Drivers Briggs lexicon entry for the word Betula. And it tells us that Betula is a noun, feminine, it means virgin. Now if I go to the word Alma, and I go to the Brown Drivers Briggs lexicon, on the entry for Alma, it says it's a noun, feminine, it means young woman.
Hey, Johnny, your mic is doing some background noise.
Oh, let me fix that.
You guys scared her off? I mean, the Bible is scary for Christians. Having like your theological presuppositions questioned, very terrifying. Very terrifying indeed. Especially if you don't know the Bible, like Case didn't. She go bye-bye. How do I beat someone who goes all the way with divine command theory? Just say, yeah, I'm unalive. You don't beat them. You dismiss them. If someone's just like, yeah, I'd kill a kid if God said so. You've done your job. You've shown everyone that the person you're talking to is a piece of shit. And you've won.
Is that better?
Yes.
Thank you. Just checking. Sorry about that.
Cultists are terrified of being educated. That is true. Education is the number one enemy of the church.
I have to step away for a second.
All right. I think the age question threw her off. Oh, maybe. My cat loves cherry popsicles. All right. Cobains. Everything, including human consciousness, is part of divine consciousness. That's a nifty little claim that I don't think you're going to be able to substantiate. I debated a woman who said that earlier. The video is on my YouTube if you want to check it out. Absolutely. Yeah, at that point, as soon as they just like concede that they would like kill someone because God said so, you're basically have shown their lunacy. You're all good. You're good to go. What do you mean by divine? Yeah, that's the other thing. What do you mean by divine? Like, define that. How have things been for you on your channel, Johnny?
But all right, I got 24 subscribers. That's pretty cool. I've been getting some pretty good views actually. Like I've been getting like every now and then like I get like 100 views or so. It's pretty cool actually that many people actually watch me.
Are you on YouTube yet?
I am on YouTube. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Fantastic. Love that.
I have about 1,000 something. Like I have like over I think like 1,200 followers on TikTok.
John Klein says, "Nifty, Dalton, you have an old soul." I've been called out before by Arwen for saying things like "gee whiz" and stuff like that, and I do just unironically say these words. I also say, you know, fuck and stuff. So I'm not like all sweet and whatnot. All right, we got Meek here. Meek, I'm gonna ask you 3 preliminary questions, and then we'll get to the conversation. Question number 1: are you at least 18?
Me? Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know I was up.
Oh, did you mean to request up?
Yeah, I meant to. I'm a friendly. I was just going to ask about, I was talking about how in America, Middle Easterns are considered white because of Jesus. It's like an old 1910 court case.
Are they considered?
I don't know if that's something.
Are they considered white? Because I think if you asked an ICE agent, they definitely wouldn't think they're white.
Yeah, it's like this old, like 1910, I think. I'm not sure the exact year, but it's like this old court case where some cop like arrested some kid that was like, his dad was really high up, and they took it all the way to like the Supreme Court, and they were saying that the cop couldn't arrest him because he was a Middle Eastern, he wasn't white. And then the lawyer was like, well, you know, isn't like Jesus white or whatever? And so they basically like got around it because of that. So they had to legally make Middle Easterns white.
What a strange thing to have happened in our country. So legally speaking, they're considered white because of some bullshit from the 1910s. But until it's no longer like, until it's like, it goes against the agenda that ICE has, then they're no longer white.
Right.
Well, that's interesting. Well, hey, Meek, thank you for coming up and telling me that. I'm going to have to look more into that now. What a silly thing for our country to have done. And by silly, I mean just utterly ridiculous and idiotic. But Meek, have a wonderful day. I still consider Egyptians Africans. Well, yeah, because Egypt is in Africa. Is true. They're pretty much like darker tone, if I'm mistaken. Yeah. Here's a fun fact. A lot of Christians would feel very uncomfortable sitting next to Jesus on a plane. Because a lot of Christians are very anti-Middle Eastern people. A lot of Christians, like Case, for example, this is another thing. I keep seeing a lot of anti-Semitism amongst some of these Christians on here. Like Case just assumed I was Jewish because I disagree with him, and he said the Jews lie. And like, how is anyone, like Christians, how is anyone supposed to take you seriously when you say shit like the Jews are liars? You're a liar.
And Jesus was Jewish. Jesus was Jewish, and he was dark skinned.
Well, Jesus was a liar, so.
Well, fair enough. Yeah, Jesus was Jewish, and he was dark skinned, and it's actually like very like it's actually kind of like I'm not sad. I wouldn't say sad or anything like that, but it's actually like very, I guess, ironic that a lot of the Christians that are in present day are the kind of people that don't like, you know, Jewish people, or they don't like, you know, dark skinned, like they're racist or something like that. But Jesus was those things. So like a lot of the Christians, you know, don't even really like they, you know what I mean? Like it's very ironic that they call themselves Christian, and they it's very strange.
Phantom Brick says his halo would bother me on a plane. Okay.
At Simeon Urchin with the $1.99. It's Doe versus United States from 1915. Crazy LMAO.
Doe versus United States. I'll have to, now that I know the specific name, I'll have to check that out. What a wild thing. Man, I worship Black Jesus. He's cool. I mean, as long as we're just making up Jesuses, Black Jesus would probably be really cool. Let's all pretend. Someone said, "Let's all pretend we know what a fictional character in the Bible looks like." Well, Jesus, I don't think is a fictional character, but we can make a good educated guess on what Jesus would look like based on like where he was born, what people group he belonged to, and at what time he lived. Some people only consider Egyptians Arabs. Oh, maybe their ancestry is, but they live in Africa. They're born in Africa. If you're born in America, you're American. If you're born in Africa, you're African. Let's see. At best, he's Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter. I still haven't seen that, even though I make reference to it all the time because Christians don't understand how historical persons can be put into fictional stories. He's Palestinian, so dark or very brown. Well, Jesus wouldn't be Palestinian. That would be anachronistic to say. As it,
Palestine didn't exist yet.
Yeah, he would be Galilean, as that region was not yet called Palestine at the time when Jesus was alive.
It was decades after his death that the Hadrian dispersed the Jewish people from the land and renamed it Palestine.
Yeah, and also he wouldn't have been closely related to anyone who lives in Palestine today. I got a question. If the whole Jesus story created the New Testament, why does he have to fulfill Old? Oh, because like the claim of the New Testament is that Jesus is the Messiah, and that is a claim about the Old Testament. It's a claim about about Jesus being an individual from the Old Testament, being the long-awaited prophesied King of Israel. That's what Messiah refers to. So the reason he has to fulfill prophecy is because otherwise he's not what the New Testament claims he is.
Yeah. Literally the foundational claim is that he was the Jewish Messiah who came to fulfill prophecies, and then he doesn't do any of the things that he was supposed to. So he wasn't the Messiah, but it's like the claim though.
Do you think it's more likely humans will go extinct or a new sapient species will arise first? It wouldn't be called a sapient species. It would be called a hominid species. Because of how long evolution takes, if you have any species today that are non-Homo sapien species, like our closest cousins, chimpanzees, gorillas, orangutans, by the time, if they ever did evolve to become more like us, Homo sapiens probably won't be around anymore. We will have evolved to be something different because of how long it needs another 300,000 years. Exactly. Homo sapiens will not be around because we will have evolved, unless for whatever reason we've stunted our evolutionary growth because, we don't have as many pressures. But we'll probably we are still losing things. We no longer have, a lot of humans are losing their palmaris longus. So for example, if you have your wrist here, if you take your ring finger and your thumb and you press them together, you see right here on the screen this tendon right here on my wrist. This is called the palmaris longus. And not every human today has them anymore. Most do, but some don't. And because, it's the reason why we don't is because the palmaris longus was mostly used and it was a lot stronger in our ancestors for when we were climbing through the trees. But as soon as our ancestors left the trees for the plains over hundreds of thousands of years, we lost the use for it, and that's why in some Homo sapiens it's gone. You look like you're going to heaven. I don't even know what that means. What does it mean to look like you're going to heaven?
He's surrounded by fire. What do you mean?
Yeah. Why do people can't agree if he was a prophet, the Messiah, the Son of God, or God himself? Well, that's because in at least in like traditional Christianity, it's all of those things. They're not, those aren't within stereotypical Christianity. Those aren't mutually exclusive like titles and positions that one can hold to. You can be the Son of God who is also God in human flesh, and a prophet and the Messiah all at once. I can see it in your eyes. They're green, or bluish green. Are you saying bluish people with bluish green eyes go to heaven?
That'd be like really weird if only people with like green colored eyes went to heaven. Like that'd be kind of like that's weird.
Sucks for all the apostles. They didn't even know that they were excluded.
Yeah, poor apostles.
And they can't agree because it's not based on reality, observable evidence. True, yeah. Have you done much studying in non-Abrahamic religions? I did a little bit on Buddhism back when I first became an atheist, because I thought it was secular Buddhism was an avenue that I looked down, mostly because I'd been watching a lot of Avatar: The Last Airbender and just really liked the vibe. But at the end of the day, even as cool as secular Buddhism is, it just wasn't for me. RJ has an unhealthy infatuation with Dalton. That is true. That is true. RJ is a wee bit obsessed with me. I think we all know that when the show ends, RJ's like just actually while the show's going, he's just sitting there just to the Bible guy. Well, you know, RJ, it's okay. It's all good. I give you permission to jerk it to me.
It's like Flash's unhealthy obsession with me. Flash, I don't know what's going on with Flash. So I will not make any more responses to Flash because I'm very certain that there is mental illness involved, and it would not be right of me to keep making videos on a person who is suffering from a mental illness. The only thing I can say about him is that despite our differences, I hope he gets help. He deserves to get help, and I hope he does. I hope he gets help.
That was a wild video. He definitely as soon as he started singing, I was like, oh, okay, this is getting into nutty territory for sure. RJ types with his left because his right hand's so preoccupied.
He's sitting there going, I gotta keep talking bad about Dalton.
Yeah, RJ's not a real one. Real ones are ambidextrous and use both hands. You ruined it by giving him consent. Now it doesn't work for him anymore. That is true. Christian men don't like it when there's consent. This is why you upgrade and use your left for jorculating. One hand clasp in prayer, the other one clasp in. Oh no. Oh man.
I love these comments. These are awesome comments.
You guys are crazy. I posted a good convo on my channel from Christ Before Jesus live stream. YouTube Punk, very cool. Everyone go check that out on YouTube Punk's channel. Homo Jerkulator, the next step in our evolutionary tree. It's definitely, I think I'm already that. I've already evolved to be that. Repent and thou shalt be saved. RJ, why the fuck you pretend to speak? It's so cringy. Why did you have to use the word thou? You don't speak Old English. You just wanted to sound holier than what you really are. That was so cringy, dude.
There's only like 2 towns in the entire world that still speak Old English, and not even all the residents actually do. It's just some of the people there still do.
Really?
Yeah, if I remember correctly, there's like 2 towns. I don't remember where they're at. I think one of them might be in Scotland. They're the only people in the world that still actually know how to speak Old English because they've preserved it through tradition.
That's interesting. Let's see. I think he's almost there. Keep degrading him. Amish country, say Grumpy Butterfly. Do Amish speak Old English?
I think they're traditionally portrayed that way, but I don't think they actually do.
Johnny Klein. Wait a minute.
Johnny Klein with the $5 says, "We've been talking about show tunes in the chat. What's your favorite?"
What exactly is a show tune? Is that something different from a musical? Now I gotta Google this. What is a show tune? A show tune is a song written specifically for a musical theater production. So it's a song from a musical. And so if your question is like, what's my favorite song from a musical? Gee whiz. Well, here that's hard because I love musicals. Guys, I love musicals so much. It's probably the gayest thing about me. Because remember, I'm 10% gay. That's so hard. I recently watched. I have to think about this now for a second. Favorite musical show tune song. Recently, I've had the King George song stuck in my head from Hamilton. But even though it's stuck in my head, I don't think it's my favorite. It might be something from The Sound of Music. Do, Re, Mi, maybe? Might be my favorite.
Does Sweeney Todd count as a musical?
Yes, it does.
Then I think there's a couple songs from that I like. Also, recently I was introduced to Zydrate Anatomy. That's a good song. It's from Repo, the Genetic Opera. Basically, it's like a dystopian world where people can buy organs for themselves, like basically for cosmetic reasons, but that they all have barcodes on them, and if you don't pay them back, they'll come and repo the organs back. So something like that. I guess out of Sweeney Todd, my favorite like musical song. I don't know. That's actually a good question.
Oceans rise, empires fall. I do like that one song from I even though I've never seen it, Dear Evan Hansen, tapping on a tapping on a glass. I like that song a lot. All right. We got a guest coming up.
I apologize. I had a friend that needed my help for a second.
Oh, you're good. Kylie, I'm gonna ask you. I'm gonna ask you 3 preliminary questions, and we'll get to the conversation. Question number 1: Are you at least 18?
I am.
Really? What's your birthday?
Yeah, my birthday is 21st of August 2007. So that means I've always had this voice, okay?
Did you go to college?
No.
You have a job?
You have a job?
No.
Why is there a child in your profile picture?
Yeah, but that's not me. That's not.
Why is there is the question?
Well, anyways, how disappointing. Why do only children call in? I can't wait for summer to be over with. That is 2 kids in a trench coat. Oh my god. Why do they think they can trick us? Why do they think they can trick us? It's crazy. Yeah, also Tiamat TikTok. Why are you always running your mouth and never coming up and talking? The deep voice is hilarious. Oh yeah, when they. Oh well, in that case, Kylie, I definitely don't want to talk to you right now if you're drunk. I've never seen Juju Bird 9 says I've never seen Peggy before. Well, there she is on the screen. If you're on YouTube, you can see Peggy in all her glory right there on the screen next to me.
If you're born in 2007 and you're
drinking,
intaking, don't do that. Your brain isn't developed yet. It will affect your brain development.
They said they love you.
Well,
must be a fan or something.
I don't care what the laws are in your country. Your brain is underdeveloped.
Yeah.
There is. Don't. Please. We know from research that the younger you indulge in alcohol, the more likely you are to have substance use disorders or it to affect your brain development. If you can withhold from it, in fact, it is a carcinogen. It is not good for you.
All hail Peggy. Peggy points to the TikTok chat. You guys want to see what Peggy looks like? I think I can show my TikTok audience for a moment what Peggy looks like. Let me see.
A butter, it's an average, I would say 25, but over a couple of drinks a day, please don't do it.
Where the fuck?
For it's dependent on body weight. It's dependent on liver. There are too many factors that you just can't know.
Let's see. Okay, here's a picture of Peggy. Let's see. Let's see. There we go. Everyone say hi to Peggy.
Hi, Peggy.
Peggy, the holy strap-on with her girthy goodness. Yeah. There you go. Now you guys know what Peggy looks like. Strapped
right
up.
size.
Yeah, you got it. Strapped up. Crazy. Oh, come back up here. Come back. Okay, there you are. I pictured Peggy Hill. I thought you were talking about a dog or something. Nope, Peggy is the holy strap-on. She's the patron deity of the Bible Guy show. Because on the Bible Guy show, we love pegging. What's Peggy's communion like? You always take it on the tongue with Peggy. Never in the hand, always on the tongue. This buds for you? I don't know what that means. Definitely 1 versus 1s, God and wins. Oh yeah, Peggy wins easily in a 1 versus 1 against Yahweh. Finn! Hey Finn! Good to see you.
Finn! Oh my gosh. Give me 2 seconds, Dalton. I apologize. I'm dealing with some stuff. So I'm gonna be back.
You're good. Good to see you guys too. Absolutely, Finn. It's so good to see you. Love the flames, bro. Yeah, I'm hot as fuck. I don't know what to tell you. So come back once you understand functional mathematics and Bayesian statistics, bud. Boom. Unchanged cast got you there. I could beat God in a 1v1. He ain't real. That is true. I am ontologically superior. I am ontologically superior to Yahweh in that, unlike Yahweh, I have ontology. Oh, of course, Finn. Of course. We try to do what we can for people in our community. Satan the Sailor, good to see you there. Thank you for tapping. God is winning one competition, though. Hide and seek champ. True. That is true. He also tried to pocket check me and brag about making 140K last year. Oh, what a sad little liar.
There ain't no way he makes that much.
No, there's no fucking way. What a crazy thing to say.
Hey, I make $1 million a year, everybody. You gotta believe me. If you're gonna believe me, you gotta believe me.
Have you seen the video game Genital Jousting? No, I haven't.
I must see this game.
There is a game, though, I really want to play. It's called Become. Or Become. Where you play as a sperm traveling to the egg. It's called Become.
That sounds hilarious. I bet you get a lot of deja vu playing it.
I remember this. It's the graphics on it are like really good too. Like they did not like hold back from making this like a full on real game. It's BECOME, but it is a your bud thinks it's trash money. It's probably not real. It's probably, I mean, Timonette, you don't make 140K a year when it's Monopoly money. It doesn't count. It's on Steam. You are a penis and you also have a butthole and you want to get your penis in other buttholes, but protect your own butthole. That's the genital jousting? Okay. Peggy approved. Who said they made 140? Teaming at TikTok guy here. They're lying to us about their income. It's really sad.
Yep. It's just there's no reason that we would ever believe you make $140,000 a year, especially pre-taxes. That's ridiculous.
Yeah. Well, it looks like we're not getting any more Christians. So I'm gonna see who I can send you guys off to go and spread the good word of Peggy. Let's see who's live right now. Let's see. Every time I get on here, oh, that's the secret group chat I'm in. Let's see. Ian and Christ Before Jesus. Well, in that case, Ian's live right now. Yeah, everyone go over to Ian, allegedly Ian, on YouTube and TikTok, and tell Ian that the Bible guy sent you. Spread the good word of Peggy and her girthy goodness, everyone. Maybe next time we'll do another live where we'll get some Christians who actually want to come up and talk to us. Anyways, and with that, I've been the Bible guy. Remember to keep reading, keep learning, and we'll see you all again another day. Bye, y'all.
Bye, Dalton. You have a nice evening. See you later, friend.
You too, bud.
Born from dust and questioning fire, wielding truth like a sword of desire. Ancient scrolls and cosmic flame. He tears through myth, he breaks the chain. Echoes of prophets, the stars align. Knowledge and thunder intertwine. Reason ascends where blind